How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mid Condition. Good to see everybody here. Yes, good morning, Danny. We actually talked about the DC Finest last night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Curtis and BJ Kicks and Dom of X got together with some fine folks in the chat and talked about DC's Finest. So very excited for that line. We'll see what happens. Holding strong. Hopefully it will mean more and more books, more lines at it later on. Be cool to see that. And interesting where they're starting with some of the books though. But yeah, if you want to go back and watch that. Hey Radu, how are you doing? Richard, Carlos, Melanie. Yes, Melanie is sweet enough to go and get us some coffee this morning. Thank you. What's up, Beastlass? How are you? The like button has been smashed. Device broken. Whoops. Don't smash it that hard. Last night's stream was dope. Love hearing you guys discuss the crossover. Oh, the DC versus Marvel Omnibus. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Morning from frozen East Central Illinois. What's up, Lionheart? How are you doing, brother? Good morning, Omar. Good morning, Asif. And buenos días, hermano. Espero que tú y la familia se encuentren bien y en buen estado de salud. Todos estamos bien. Gracias a Dios. Gracias a Dios, hermano. Good morning from Canada. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing well. Good morning. More and more I think about it, I believe my wallet will be suffering when I get both DC versus Marvel Omnis. Yeah, it's gonna, regardless of the omission of the 2 issues, I think it's still a great collection. What's up, Dom? What are you doing up so early, buddy? Just started watching the Fall House of Usher this morning. Mike Flanagan makes... Oh, my daughter and I watched that last year. We love all of Mike Flanagan's movies and his shows. I wasn't the biggest, and she wasn't either, the biggest fan of the, what was it? The Midnight Club, I think is what it was called. Didn't like that one. Nothing finer from DC than Jim Ballin's Catwoman. Meow. Purple Costume Ballin Woman is fine. Don't forget that miniseries is there too that ties it to year 1. Was the chat last night impromptu? Gutted to have missed it. Oh, yes, totally impromptu. I got the assets from DC. As a matter of fact, we were going to have family night, and I asked my wife if it's okay because people have been asking me to talk about it, and I figured, okay, well, now that I have the info straight from DC, I can go ahead and talk about it. Up so early, I always wake up to the rising sun, despite my attempts to sleep as late. Oh, dude, Saturday, sleep in. Bonjour, Omar. Bonjour, tout le monde. Tout le monde. Oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. Afternoon from the UK, Dan. It's 11 a.m. and I'm awake. Yay for me. Me too, buddy. Mike Flanagan's working on Stephen King's Dark Tower reboot. Cannot freaking wait. Oh, yes, I heard about that. Hopefully it's better than the movie. A friend of mine gifted me the Omnibus the other day. I owe him. Oh, that's wonderful. I love hearing that you ended up getting it, man. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Remember to hit that like button. Thank you for that. Bonjour, Mark. No, I'm not. That's a trap, Aria. That's a trap. Or do you speak French? Jim Lee will be doing the DM covers for both. That is what I've seen and heard. We only had the cover to one of them yesterday. Good morning and greetings from Halifax, Nova Scotia, as always. So, Omar, were there any surprises for the top 20? Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't. Let me, the polls are now closed. Let me do a quick little refresh and see what's going on. We have, oh, wow, good job. We've got over 4,000 responses again this year. Oh, wow. You all came in strong at the end. I guess people were trying to make up their mind. Okay. Surprisingly, a lot of these have moved up. That weren't there before. Yeah, some good choices. Wow. Kind of figured that one would take the top billing, but yeah. I'll know the poll closed. I'll know more of the results on Sunday or Sunday or Monday, and I'll be making a video to make go live on Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't dig Midnight Mass. Wasn't my wait, okay, not Midnight Club. Midnight Club. I liked Midnight Mass. My favorite one's still the second one he did for Netflix. The Blythe Manor. That one's awesome. I love that one. Maddie, what are you doing here? What are you up so early? It's Saturday. You should be asleep too. Relaxing.
Play of my life.
How are you, dude?
Good.
Well, now can you take over so I can put together my Nano droid? of.
Oh, you got an Android? Cute.
Well, they kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh, I got to start the stream. How many people voted in the reprint poll? I'll tell you exactly. 4,214. So it's a lot of people. Like last year, we had around the same number. Yeah. I know you have a busy Saturday. I do, but that's okay. I still got to film a couple videos before I leave. I believe Jim Lee posted the cover sketches. He posted one for the DC versus Marvel, not the DC. No, the DC amalgam, not the DC versus Marvel. I don't think, not yet. Sorry, I dipped out in the True Detective discussion. I had some old Navy friends over, and the beer was flowing, but I wish I could have joined. Love True Detective. Have you watched this season, Maddie, or are you a fan of True Detective?
I haven't watched any True Detective. I have heard that I should, but I haven't.
Oh, you would like it. You're all about murder mystery.
Oh, yeah.
And
Totally.
Oh, yeah. Go back to season 1, and even I know it's blasphemous because I can't stand season 2, but even watch that and make your own opinion. Avengers: The Crossing is in the top 5. Probably not. Omar, The Absolute Preacher Volume 3 does now look to be out of print. So can you pester your new friend, my new friends at DC? Yeah, I will try. We ended up watching Evil Dead Rises. Evil Dead Rises?
Oh, how was that?
Loved it. I loved it.
Yeah. I recently watched all the Evil Dead. I haven't watched that one yet, but I was watching like all of them for the first time, like last year.
Oh, you hadn't seen any of them?
No. Loved it.
What did you think about the plot to the second one?
Hilarious.
Which is
so
the exact
funny.
same plot to the first one.
The same plot, just goofier. Silly.
Which version of Army of Darkness did you watch? There's a couple versions out there.
I have no idea.
Huh. Interesting.
I just rented whatever was on Amazon.
I think they have the normal cut on Amazon. The director's cut is a little bit, and then there's like a producer's cut.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Army of Darkness. Haunting on Hill House was by Flanagan, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was his first one on Netflix.
Love that one. I just saw before I jumped on that you didn't like Midnight Mass, and I wasn't a fan either. And I love all his other stuff.
I do like Midnight Mass.
Oh.
It's the other Midnight Club. It's the one with the kids.
Oh, I like Midnight Club.
Yeah, I didn't dig that one. It was something was missing.
I wasn't into Midnight Mass as much because it was like, here's my monologue again.
Like, but I love his monologues. They're so good.
But I loved Fall of the House of Usher. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I like that one too. But my favorite is the Blythe Manor. Blythe Manor was beautiful. I don't think it's on the reprint poll, brother. Rating the stream. Is that what it's called?
For a little bit.
She's got to take next week off to play Final Fantasy VII. Because I know how she is. You're gonna take the week off? It comes out next Friday, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna take at least the first 3 days of the work week off.
What day does it come out?
It comes out on Thursday. I'll be out of town next weekend, so I can't spend the whole weekend playing it.
Oh, that's so sad.
But I am gonna like take the week off and play, and I'll be online for We Are New Reader, but like I won't be online for anything else because I will not be spoiled on that.
On Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
What do you mean spoiled?
It's gonna be different, Omar. It's not the same
think
game.
So, huh? Okay.
No, I know so.
Oh, my bad. You know.
Yeah. Did you play Reaper?
I did. Remember, I'm one of these weirdos that didn't really care for Final Fantasy VII. I never even finished the first one.
That's okay. You can still play Remake.
Well, I'll watch Melanie play it.
Yeah.
She's all about that. She's excited for it. And I know a lot of people are. I mean, obviously, it's got the biggest fan following when it comes to Final Fantasy, right?
Well, just the fact that they're like, it's different this time. I don't know if it's like a parallel universe or what, but it's going to be a surprise.
Is it like when Luna jumps in the boat in the PlayStation version?
Oh, Lunar Silver Star Story complete.
Compared to the Sega Saturn version? That would be dope. The only other 90,000. Yeah, my other subscribers are into epics and manga and everything else, or they already have all the books. Are you taking into account the melon votes? No.
You should have. I thought it should be like where they call and they pay 25 cents to do their vote. Like
75 cents. It's a 900 number. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, look at that. Elon's speaking to you in.
Stop it.
Do you know what that says?
No.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
It's not what languages I speak.
Ash vs. the Evil Dead was fun. It has an awesome fight sequence in the first and second season.
Someone in the chat knows Lunar Silver Star Story complete.
Yes.
That was Tina and I cosplayed that together.
Who was Tina?
Luna. And that was Mia.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a full party. We had
Who's Jessica? That was my girl.
We've actually never had a Jessica. Somehow we've had a complete group every time, even with Galleon. And somehow whoever's going to be Jessica always gets sick, has to miss it the last second. We've never had a Jessica.
Jessica's that's my favorite.
I
Maddie
know,
would
me
kick
too.
Omar's butt in Street Fighter.
I doubt it. I'm not
No.
good at fighting games. I'm only good at the like Persona fighting game.
Dude, did
But
you hear?
I could beat your ass at Puzzle Fighter.
Okay, wait a second. You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
Amazing.
I'm very good.
Super Puzzle Fighter
Yeah.
X.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Turbo.
Fight me in the streets, Omar.
Okay, I'll see you. Dude, did you? I meant to text you, but I was sick when this happened. That the creator of Suikoden died, and he was also working on that game.
I was really emotional about it.
I know that's one of your favorites.
Yeah, because he's like one of the main crew working on Aiden Chronicles, and so it's sad that he didn't get to live long enough for the game to come out.
That really sucks.
Yeah,
that really sucks. Maddie, Bar's here. I wish they would do an animated show of Star Wars by Jason.
That would be cool.
Ash vs. Evil Dead is technically a universe in the Marvel universe.
Of course it is.
I think that's true. Because they couldn't use aspects of they could only talk about Evil Dead 1 and 2, so they couldn't talk about Army of Darkness. So anytime he ever mentioned anything about Army of Darkness, like a flashback, it would be like, oh yes, that time that I got like he would vaguely speak about the plot. What's up, Wes? How are you, buddy? But I loved it. Lunar Eternal Blue is even better.
Oh, love it.
I don't know. Eternal Blue starts so dark. I love the original.
I just love both of them so much. It sucks that Lunar 2 didn't get a lot of like remasters because like Lunar has a ton. And the PSP one I still think is the best version.
I like the Game Boy Advance one and I like the PSP one. PSP because it's got voices. But nothing beats the working designs, English translations, ridiculous over-the-top dialogue.
The fact that they just had a guy that was in the building, they're like, can you be Alex, the main character of the game? Random guy. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, I can do it. But he came back to do the
older. Oh, and the music's so good.
I'm Welsh, Omar. It means good morning.
Ah.
I thought it was French. That's how ignorant I am. Where's Melanie? I wanted to ask her if she started reading Poison Ivy. She did, and then she chucked it into the trash bin. She was so offended by it. She's getting coffee. Mad Maddie in the building. Hey, I need to listen to the rest of the Israeli music. Oh, that Bar introduced you to? Who wins in Tetris? Andrew.
Hey, chat, I have a question. So I have a new.
Quit that chat nonsense. My kids walk around here talking like that the whole day.
Hey, chat. I have a new office, a new work office. And is it cool to put up comic book art if it's like poster portfolio, kind of like I have on my like walls here, not with the butt out? Okay, that won't stay here.
That piece is so gorgeous.
I know, but I have like some regular art in my office. Is it okay, do you think, to have? I want to like usually
not home office, but office at work.
Office at work. Normally, I don't put anything nerdy up in my office at work. I've been very like, I'm a professional lady, but I want to do it. I want to actually be more myself.
Good for you, and you totally should be more of yourself. That's how you can make new friends. They're like, hey, is that a poster of Wonder Woman's butt? I'm also a fan
won't do the butt ones.
Did we do the results of last year's poll yet? Yes, last year. You mean what do you mean, Beast Last? You mean this year's? No. That will come out on Wednesday. It takes a long time to get that stuff.
Oh man.
I don't know about that, Lionheart. Hey Omar, any announcements left? Yes, tomorrow, early in the morning. And Bar, you're here early for the Marvel Omni poll results. No, that will be out probably on Wednesday. It takes a little bit to get that information. Maddie, I should try Final Fantasy Remake to go for the original. Oh, which one should you do?
If you've never played it at all, I would say go for the remake because
those graphics in the original.
I love Final Fantasy 7. It does not age well. Like I've had a few people come to me recently because they're like, "Hey, I heard you're the girl to talk to." I was like, "You're right." And they said they never played Final Fantasy at all, and so they're saying which one should I start with to get like a good kind of feel for the series. And I was like, 7's a hard sell. The story's really great, but it looks how it looks. So I'd say if you're interested in Final Fantasy VII, just play the remake. You'll still really enjoy it. It's really well done. And if you ever want to play original Final Fantasy stuff, play 9 first. That's I'd say 9 or 10 is my go-to recommendation.
Melanie likes 10. She's got that tattoo.
Yeah.
And
9's my favorite.
My brother's is 9. Mine is 6. I love 6. Yes, it's cool. Do it, Maddie. People are saying do it.
All right.
Of course, Maddie. I read so much Poison Ivy, I suddenly became gay. I don't know what happened.
I don't think that's what did it.
That's not possible. I work in HR. I say run it by HR if you have one. There you go. Oh, that is right? Like depending on the rules of the place.
I don't think there is. I mean, someone in my floor has Totoro posters up and stuff, and someone has a 3D printed Thanos. So I think I probably have cool coworkers to do it with.
Oh, good. What's your favorite character that's disliked by the creator? What creator hates the character they created?
I can't think of any.
I'm trying to think of Akira Toriyama's all his creations, and I know he's hated a lot of those.
He cares about one character.
I'm trying
which
to
is
think.
Not Gohan, so that's his mistake.
He tried. His editor said nope. Goku's got to be the star.
Makes me so mad. Satoru Gojo. Who hates Satoru Gojo? Nobody. There's no way she does.
About to beat my son in Aliens Extermination. See you later. Be good, Brent.
Nice.
I was reading V for Vendetta trade once, and then some lady walked up to my cubicle and asked, "Is that a comic book?" And I asked about Harley Quinn. See, that's how you make friends. What's up, cool bro? Definitely Maddie. It makes you more personable. See, there you go.
So good too.
Go for it, Maddie. People are saying, yeah, you should do it.
Dude, I mean, they kind of know about the comic books. They know I do this. So
they do. You push the
no,
channel?
I think it's just come up, and they're like, "Hey, I heard you're on comic book YouTube," and I'll tell them about the channel. They're like, "Wait, what?" Even my nephew's like, "What do you mean you do YouTube?" I was like, "It's been 5 years, guys. I've told you."
What is wrong with your family? I haven't looked at the reprint poll, man. It takes a long time to look at it. Final Fantasy Tactics was a fun play. I remember Final Fantasy Tactics was fun until you got Thunder God Sid.
So she really does hate Gojo? How? He's the most popular.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
I've read some of it because my daughter,
you gotta watch it. This past season, the music's incredible, animation's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta check it out.
Anyone else? Oh yeah, I'm so excited for Dune.
I haven't watched Dune Part 1, but I'm gonna watch it right before and then.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah, you should totally see it. I can't wait. I think it comes out. Oh my gosh, is it next week? It's next week.
Yeah.
It's a Deadpool movie's
yes.
Good. Yeah, if you like Ryan Reynolds and sophomoric humor, sure.
It's very good.
I dug him.
It made me like Deadpool because I spent years not liking Deadpool, not because of the character or the comics or anything, but purely because of Deadpool cosplayers at conventions because they were just a blight on the planet. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll see the movie, whatever. It looks like it's going to be so bad. And by the end of it, I was like, I love him. And then I read the comic books, I was like, I love him. Oh, it's time for me to go get dressed for lunch.
You go and have fun. Thank you so much for jumping in here.
Don't shake your head at me. I want to say hi to my friend Omar.
Who's shaking their head? Your dog?
And all my friends in the chat.
Thank you for being here, Maddie. I will talk to you a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye. Joshua, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Watched your death metal omnibus overview this morning. It was awesome. However, I noticed speed metal wasn't listed. Is it in the Omni or not? Happy Saturday. It is not in the omnibus. The one shot of Kid Flash. No, was it the Kid Flash? No. There is a Flash one shot, but the death metal's speed metal was not in there. Hold on. Or maybe this is the one I was thinking about. This is the one that's written by Joshua Williamson, isn't it? I'll have to check. It's the one where Barry... Yeah, no. There is a Death Metal's Flash one-shot in there. It's in there. When Melanie gets here, I'll go get the omnibus just to double check. Because I know I flipped through it, but I can't remember the name of it. I got to go. I'm going to watch a movie. I wanted to drop by and say, well, hi, man. Ugh, now we're... Shh. Melanie's almost here. Deadpool's movie balances many genres and develops well. Yeah, it was fun. How's Jurassic League? I haven't read it yet. Is May the Force be with you? Not yet. Oh, May the Force be with you too. Oh, I'm Catholic, so I always say that. May the Force be with you, as always. I bought a sketchbook and some hard HB pencils. What's next? Draw your greatest character. Who's your favorite character? Omar, it's a shame that John Byrne is not doing the cover for DC Marvel Omnibus. He's the only person to be both writer and artist on 2 separate crossovers. I think, didn't Byrne kind of check himself out? He's no longer going to be doing a lot of work. I think he's just getting older. Like, he stopped his Elsewhen, or else, what is it called? Elsewhen? X-Men Elsewhen. What does the spin look like on Spider-Man Omnibus by Spencer? The spine. I don't have it yet, so I don't know. Don't know yet. Emin Corin is playing Cassandra Nova. Boy, what's with all these ages? Why does Omar never pick up the coffee? I did ask my wife if she wanted me to, and she said she'd rather have me be on the stream than go and pick it up. Hi, Omar. How well was the FF continuity between Black Panther by Hudlin and FF series during McDuffie's run when Black Panther and Storm joined? They didn't conflict timelines. I see the FF were... Thank you, baby. Hey, my love, can you do me a favor? I don't... Where did I... Oh, I put it over there. On the DC bookshelf, can you get me the DC Metals on... Dark Metals Omnibus? Okay. Thank you, love. I'm excited to see what DMs look like for Jim Lee and Marvel. It's hard to pass up on George Perez, though. No offense to Jim Lee. I love Jim Lee, but you've got that classic George Perez cover. Sure, Nauman's announcement for Marvel The End. Lots of people in the comments were asking about Punisher The End. Well, tomorrow at 3 or 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you're interested in adding any material, please be there because Peter M. and I are going to be looking at the books. What is it, my love? It's called DC Death Metal.
Oh, it's not an omni.
It's an omnibus. Yes, my love. Yeah, I know. I have the absolute too. It's so confusing. But if you look on the omnibus shelf, it's an alphabetical order, and it says DC's Dark Knight's Death Metal. Not to be confused with Dark Knight's Metal. So if you're interested in adding a book, by all means, please come to the show tomorrow. Come by the show because that's when I'm going to take suggestions. Omar, you mentioned Dark Knight's Death Metal Omni paper not being his usual glossy paper. I hope they don't make that style. Oh, yeah, I think that's it, man. The other one, my love, is the one right next to it. Death Metal.
It's an empty spot.
Oh, then I must have put it over here, maybe? I'm so sorry. Somebody was asking about one of the books, and I'm like, I know I saw a Flash book in there. Maybe in that stack of books. I did an overview of it just this week, so it's got to be... It's called the Death... You found it. Thank you. Yeah, that I believe that's going to be the paper moving forward at DC Comics. I mean, they got to cut corners, right? And that's one of the corners they've decided to cut. Otherwise, these books are just going to keep going up in price. Do you do your polls like this for the Epic Collection reprints? Yes, Curtis and I will be doing it on March 7th, okay? So make sure you write these dates down. And, of course, we always announce them on our social media. Hey, my love, we're both wearing Spider-Man. My brother got this from Mexico. I love this shirt. It's so cool.
And I'm an amazing Kentuckian.
Yeah,
With a great state comes great responsibility.
Speed Metal's in there. And it should be right between issues. Yeah, it's in between issues 2 and 3. So Joshua, it's in there. I was going to say, I know I saw I read a Flash book, but I couldn't remember what it was called.
There you go. Hey, everybody. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. Bring me pictures of Spider-Man. Oh, wait. Like J. Jonah Jameson. Okay, now I get it. Wow. Sorry, I read it wrong. You read it. Read it like J.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Hey, that was really good.
Thank you.
You just finished watching Avatar, Bax. Omar likes it, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's cute. The actors, they're little kids, so it's hard to be too harsh on them.
Josh says thanks.
Of course, man. Hi, Melanie. Nice to see
All
you.
right, I disagree.
Oh, look at Ryan Wilson already.
DWJ. I like his style.
I like Rob Liefeld, though, so I'm okay with that. Is that one of Bar's friends that's here? Or Bar's multiple accounts?
Bar's having a conversation with the person.
Where?
You could voice Omni-Man.
Yeah, he does his voice. I love that guy.
Josh didn't say thanks. What? Oh, okay. Good morning, Better Baker.
Hey, there's my buddy Chris Balga. How you doing, buddy?
It's a bit brisk here.
Maddie was here earlier.
Oh, okay. It's a bit brisk here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Question. So we all double dip or triple dip from time to time. What are some of your justifications for when you do that?
I'm an idiot.
Because the story's so awesome. And
Justifications, I'm an idiot. I think I even say that on my videos.
Well, it's in a different format, right?
It's more complete. It's
oversized
more
or,
complete.
yeah,
It's
different.
bigger artwork. The mapping is different. I really like the story. What if I lose one version of it? Well, then the 20 other versions will still be there. Ridiculous things like that. Whatever I need to.
What time is the live stream tomorrow?
2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is with me and Peter M going over each and every one of those Marvel Omnis that I've announced recently, because I'm announcing one more tomorrow at 6, and then that's it for this batch. Did you all like my hint about that this is the end of the announcements? And the Omnibus I announced was Marvel The End Omnibus. That's why when you were asking, I was like shh, shh,
what
shh,
do you mean? It's the end. That's not
I was like, stop asking. Somebody's going to catch on. Will the paper in the DC Omnis going forward be like the matte paper in the Spectre Omni? I'll be down for that. Unfortunately, no. I think that's kind of the paper stock that they use, especially for that. Kind of like the 1961, 1962 paperbacks or Omnis. They also use that kind of paper stock. So I think the new Omnibus paper stock they're using are going to be like the ones that you found in Death Metal.
Omar, what are some tips for new comic beginners? I have a couple of tips too.
Why don't you start and I'll share
Okay.
mine.
Well, I'm starting to collect single issues, and first tip is be sure you're not so excited that you pick up the same comic. It's just two different covers. How long have I been reading comics? I was like, oh, Edge of Spider-Verse. Oh, this one's Edge of Spider-Verse with Weapon 8. And Omar's like, you get them both? I'm like, oh, no.
It's the same comic.
It's the same comic. Oh, wait. Oh, and don't feel overwhelmed that you have to get every single thing. Oh my goodness. So if you're going single issues, this is hard work. Wow. I've always known that I'm blessed and spoiled to have all these collected editions to read, but to do it in single issues, like to hunt them down and such, like I drove and spent an hour and a half of my afternoon getting to another city and getting my issue of Ultimate Spider-Man 2 and before it sold out. Good point. But
So your suggestion to
my
him.
suggestion is don't feel overwhelmed that you have to get like every single tie-in and all that kind of stuff. Like you can still just enjoy like, oh, it's just fun. This story that I'm currently reading, it's okay that I don't understand everything under the sun and all the history. And be sure you don't buy the same comic. It's just a different cover. Okay, now your turn.
Yeah, do a little bit of research. A little bit of research will help you
that's
save
also
money in the long run.
If you're doing like collected editions.
Not just collected editions, but also single issues. Because it gets a little bit confusing out there, especially with single issues when there's so many number ones. So if you're reading like, if you want to read Amazing Spider-Man, and then there's 3 number ones, you have like Symbiote Spider-Man, you have Superior Spider-Man, and you're like, well, which one's Spider-Man? It always helps to ask somebody at the comic book store or even on Google, Reddit and places like that. There's always people with advice. But the biggest one, if you are into collected editions, my biggest advice I always give people is take a little bit of time to do research on the places you want to buy your books. Some people offer you bigger discounts. Amazon is not the only place. We actually have stores that exclusively sell collected editions these days. And that makes it wonderful. It makes it great that you have a choice, right? Some of them offer bigger discounts, some of them offer bigger better packaging, and then some people go back because of the customer service. So it's up to you. Find a place that you like and you're comfortable with. James, no, the Patreon will not get that one today because I can't.
Oh, sorry. God,
it's okay.
The one time I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I can answer that. Nope, I can't.
It's okay. But it will be up for everybody at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
It's John's birthday!
John, happy birthday, buddy. Sipping scotch, eating junk food, and watching the stream. Just to add a question. G.I. Joe or Transformers?
Transformers!
Thank you. Transformers.
Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You get an extra birthday song.
John. How's it extra?
You went
Happy
Transformers first.
birthday to you and many more.
This is a Transformers household. In this household, we transform and roll out. We don't go Joe or Cobra la 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 la, which is so ridiculous. That did you know that, John? That in the script, like it wasn't written as Cobra la 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 la. It was a joke by one of the voice actors, and the director liked it so much he was like, "No, do that again," and they kept it. That's why we got the Cobra la 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 in the movie. This from the movie.
I'm good. I just want to read.
Get
it.
one graded and one look at that collector.
That's okay. Josh is suggesting Hoopla. Yes, please read the chat for like some suggestions on how to save money or how to get into comics. And also, seriously, this is a good suggestion as well. It's not just tooting our own horns. Join Patreon, the $5 tier Discord. The Discord is a great place to get answers, cheaper prices, and some great people. Also, and then he's giving shout outs to Sato, Ryan, Bunk, and others.
So happy birthday, John.
Yeah, happy birthday. I hope it. What are your plans for today? Besides eating, just
he's drinking scotch.
Well, yeah, like you do anything else?
Hope he's toasty by the end of this stream.
Hi, Melanie and Omar, the Omni duo. I forgot what your duo name is. Yeah, it's Omni. You never can see it right because of the comments that I pick.
I love your avatar picture. That's from one of my favorite Alan Moore Swamp Thing stories. What's the line in Greet the Day? You know what's funny is that in the first printing of the Alan Moore got left in there. The Alan Moore Swamp Thing by Alan Moore comic collection, the hardcovers, they left out the lettering from that final page.
Oh, Lionheart, thank you for that suggestion.
Wasn't there?
Hey, but it's really pretty.
Oh, it's a beautiful. Oh my god! And the wording and Meet the Sun, not Meet the Day.
Meet the Sun wasn't on there.
It wasn't on there.
Like accidentally.
Nope.
On purpose.
No, so I wrote it.
Oh,
because I knew it was.
They wanted it that way on purpose.
No, it was an accident.
Okay, that's what I asked. Accident. You said no. I said,
you said on purpose, and I said no. And
never mind. I'm not understanding my own questions.
Welcome to my world.
My heart, thank you. Let's see. Where does Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison rank in terms of Batman stories for you, Omar?
I like it. I love the artwork, but it's really not the Batman that everybody expects, right? The guy gets beat up by security guards. He's not as bad as like all the Tatiana Wood was the colorist on that. But it's a good story. It's a fun story. It's Grant Morrison. Yeah.
Dennis, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
With some of the Omnis being printed that I never thought would happen, do you think we'll get some characters like Quasar or Thunderstrike?
I think we'll get Quasar before Thunderstrike. Mark Grunwald's Quasar, I think, would be phenomenal. I would love that.
Who's Quasar?
Quasar is a character with the bands, the quantum bands. I don't know. He was in the Avengers for a while. He died, but he got better, just like everybody else in comics. He was replaced by Phyla-Vell, the Captain Marvel's sister or daughter, but the new Captain Marvel's sister.
I have not read Unbeatable Squirrel Girl.
And
Omar, I know you're not.
I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan, but I will say this: holy crud! Ryan North is writing some of the best Fantastic Four I've read in a long time.
I need to read that.
I'm serious.
Oh, speaking of Fantastic Four, Richard's getting his Fantastic Four Omnis 2 and 3 from CGN next week. I hope Volume 1 gets reprinted.
Oh, I'm sure it will be reprinted. Hey, Bat Wolf, how are you, brother?
And to answer,
he's got some custom books on his shelf.
This question: what are you two drinking?
Dirty mop
gross
water
in this light because it's hard to find the right setting because we both have different color skin. Actually, I think no matter what, it probably would look gross. It's just Starbucks vanilla sweet cream.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but I need caffeine.
They put a lot of cream in there. I'd rather it. Maybe I should say light on the cream. I'd rather have more coffee. I just opened a whole can of comic worms. You're the main man.
I am the.
What are the missing issues for the DC versus Marvel amalgam?
We talked about that last night. We had a really good conversation. If you want to go back and watch it. But really quick, it's the JLX and the Magneto and the Magnetic Man. And I understand the
Ultimate
reasoning
Spider-Man.
why, but as a completist and as a comic book historian, if you will, it would have been nice to have the whole thing. It was soup out of a plastic cup.
With ice in it.
I mean, people are like, man, America's so weird. They're drinking cold soup. We do drink cold soup. It's called V8.
Oh, no. Oh, remember I used to buy the fruit V8 for the girls when they were young so they get their vitamins. Did you change your name on Discord?
Yeah, because they told me I had to change my name.
Oh, it
was like, you got to change your name by March.
I got that email too, and I was like, I wouldn't let me. I was like, I think I already did change my name, didn't I?
I don't know, but
and
I
then
had to change
it wouldn't let me. So I'm like, well, okay. Oh, whipping cream. That sounds good. Is X-23 worth reading? I think you liked it, right?
I liked All New Wolverine. X-23 was okay, even though it's written by Colin Yo. It's got beautiful artwork. Beautiful, beautiful artwork by Mike Choi. Some of the miniseries was, it's...
Oh, Circuit 42 says all of X-23 is worth reading.
Okay.
Omar's holding female characters to higher standards.
Who said that? Was that Bart?
Yeah.
No, I'm just being fair. I would say the same thing about Wolverine. It's just, it felt like X-23 was what I've already read, but the female version.
Zach says I meant All New Wolverine.
Oh, yes. That is worth reading. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, been there, done that, except now it's a girl. There's nothing really new about this. It's Wolverine, but a girl. That's X-23, but All New Wolverine. Oh, now that's when it got good. That even made me a fan of Ken. I didn't even like Ken. I hated that character. Or Decken, or whatever the heck you want to call him. Oh.
Beast Les, the little spitty tops and Easter eggs for 2 weeks we've had. Well, yeah, 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been up there.
It's been up on the counter this morning. I put it in my girl's room. I was like, okay, we're done. But try to get them to all spit at once.
Omar's just a woman hater. Nothing new. Oh, really? So like some of my favorite characters are Rogue and Storm.
This was from a while ago. High Spirit said, what's some Japanese original Transformers that you would like to see in Skybound's current run on the series?
Like characters? Oh, man. Come on. You can't go wrong with Starsaber, Death Saurus. I love those characters. Atlas. I'm trying to think of who else. Maybe like Lio Kaiser, Hellbat, like those characters. Because I love what IDW did with them, right? Like James Robert is a freaking walking encyclopedia of Transformers. And I love Daniel Warren Johnson, not Warren Daniel Warren. That's his Bizarro brother. But I feel like, I don't know if he's got that knowledge or not. Of rare, obscure Japanese only cartoons to bring over to his universe.
Well,
am I
watching his live? I mean, he's loved Transformers since he was a kid.
I mean, I've loved Transformers since I was a kid, but James Roberts,
I bet you he does.
Has it in his blood.
Now, who's reading it? Me.
Okay.
But I don't know the Japanese Transformers, so I can't answer the question.
But that, to answer your question, that's what I would love to see.
Oh, and speaking of Daniel Warren Johnson.
Oh, yeah, the Kickstarter.
Extreme Mini Signature Edition Kickstarter goes live in over a week. Are you back yet? I don't know. But thank you for reminding
me. I'm going to ask him if he wants to come on the show to talk.
Oh, I'd love to interview him. Woo.
Okay, well, good. No, slow down there.
What?
I said I'm going to interview him. You read one thing by Daniel Warren Johnson, and all of a sudden
I've read 3 or 4 things. Thank you very much.
You didn't even like Murder Falcon.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. It was that I was depressed at the time, so it was too much for me to read at that moment in my life. Thanks for bringing it up, Omar. Gosh.
Sorry, Chad. That's the 3% bickering is what you get here on Saturday morning streams.
Actually, I did. It's up in our room.
Oh yeah.
I want to come back to it.
Okay.
Anywho, all the comics on my pull list. I just want to answer this really quick.
Go ahead, baby. Answer your comment.
Dude, Spider-Man's coming out. And
by Greg Weisman, right?
Yes. And I'm gonna try out Deadpool by Cody Ziegler. And also J.M. DeMatteis's
Shadow.
Yes. And
Shadow the Goblin.
And Batman. But I have to wait. I'm behind on Batman by Zdarsky because I couldn't get issue 142 and 143. But I've got 144. And then I got a lot. I like Hades. By Dynamite. Like, I want those single issues. I want to read them. I can't remember off the top of my head. I've got like at least 10. I'm excited.
Would I know somebody was asking about the poll. Tell him, Melanie. What is she telling me?
I can't remember what we were arguing about. Yeah, vote who gets to interview. We can't share. Just like the doctor. We couldn't share the doctor.
You want to do that, James?
Amy and Roy Pond.
I'm traveling with you and the doctor.
That was true. It's 2%. I did notice you moved it up to 3%.
I'm getting older.
All those years.
They're gonna keep moving up, man.
The best time Omar interviews Connor and Palmiotti, I would love telling. Oh, the next time I bet. What?
Mm-hmm.
I would love telling them what Omar thinks of their Harley series.
What? Wait a second now. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with not liking everything a creator has done. That's okay. Like, I have to keep it professional. I would interview Brian Michael Bendis, but I'm not going to sit here the entire interview going, by the way, Bendis, why do you suck so much? Why do you hate Wolverine?
Could you imagine? That's
Like,
just so mean.
That would be an awful way. Who would want to listen to that? Just like
the person would be like, no, well, this interview's over.
I think it's okay not to like everything. I don't like everything Chris Claremont has done, but I never come up to, like, anytime he's ever come on the show and
no
be like,
talking about it. It's not like you're an editor and you have constructive feedback. That
Claremont, man, why did Professor Xavier sound like a 15-year-old Valley girl in Excalibur #1? Like, you just don't do that.
Do you think that Thor by Kate's Omni is going to be worth buying? Is it any good or not so much?
No, there's a lot
of people like it.
There's a lot of good in that. A lot of bad A moments. He didn't finish it out, but Torunn Grunberg came in and Nick Klein plotted it, and he also left what he wanted to be done.
Ooh, John brings up a good point. Daniel Warren Johnson put a burning hammer in his Transformers, so I know he's seen old school Japanese wrestling. So I don't.
He's a big fan of wrestling, though.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. Every issue so good.
We don't talk about Sovereign 7 when I interview.
Thanks, Ibsy. How are you?
Oh, dude, I haven't seen Ibsy in a minute.
Oh, and this Space Channel's like, eagerly awaiting Omar's Mark Miller interview when he boasts, I've got 13 copies of Trouble.
Interviewing Mark Miller. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it would be like that. It'd be like, oh, Miller.
Let's see. Justin's asking about when we'll release the list that
Wednesday. I should have the results by Monday, but Wednesday I'll put it up. I'll probably put that up on Patreon first.
Because of this dude, Tiger Eyes.
Well, Tiger Eyes is the one that does the most wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about a different poll. Are we done with that other poll?
What is this Wii stuff? You got a mouse in your pocket? Oh, I haven't used that on you in so long. You like
Will
that.
DC be releasing a single hardcover collecting all issues of The Human Target by Tom King?
Oh, yeah. If it's got Tom King's name, absolutely.
Justice said thank you. A little bit. Yes, it is rad. Hickman's Ultimate Spider. You guys, we had so much fun. I said, okay, are you going to be Transformers with me or Ultimate Spider-Man? And Omar picked Ultimate Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So we read the first issue out loud together, doing voices. Most of the time, you were Ben Parker and I was J. Jonah Jameson.
And I was like, we're going to role play this later on tonight.
And then we added in cuss words. Like, F you, Peter. You idiot.
Okay. Tell the story.
And it took like 20 minutes because we're reading out loud. And also we couldn't see. It was to hold it at a distance.
So yeah, I needed my readers. Like, where are my readers? I can't find it. I can't read this.
Issue 2, we just read silently. And I said, are you done? I'll flip the page.
Yes, the poll is over. It closed yesterday at 12 at midnight. So a big thank you to all those folks. James and Tiger Eyes and Taylor, who helped put that together, and Chris from comicreleases.com. Ultimate Spider Dad is so wholesome. It's good. I liked it. I really like it.
Oh, good. Yes, Richard, I'm glad.
I'm going to read Ultimate Spider-Man 2 after the stream. I hope you enjoy it. I'm curious how the rest of the Ultimate Universe is going to shape up. How are the tie-in stories?
I'm going to get Ultimate X-Men. I'm not getting Ultimate
for Marvel's The End Story. And is there a chance they would add Daredevil? How many issues are Daredevil End of Days are there? 8? That's going to be a tough sell to add 8 issues. I think I have a better chance of adding things like Spider-Girl The End and the Punisher The End, because those are just 2. But I will see. I mean, I don't mind asking, but I'm pretty sure they'll say no.
Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, but Pity Ma's niece's birthday is today. She's 12.
Aww.
So here, let me sing for her. Wait, where's my niece right here? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear niece who's 12. Happy birthday to you. And you got 2 compendiums 1 through 4. Wait, what? Oh, not 2. It's TWD. And many more.
The Walking what?
The Walking Dead compendiums 1 through 4. Wait, is your niece getting them for her birthday? That would be hardcore.
Wait,
Sabrina. Oh, happy birthday, Sabrina.
Oh, that's a cute name.
I think a video of y'all reading Ultra Spider-Man and characters for Patreon content.
It would be so weird. Because we even fight while we're reading, man. We're like, why'd you skip that line? You didn't even
I correct you. I'm like,
she would correct me. I'm like, I'm a 45-year-old man. And you're still correcting the way I read.
Carlos is saying New X-Men is a good jumping on point, or Astonishing X-Men is a better one. I'd say both.
Both. Seriously, if you're a bigger fan of Morrison, go with New X-Men. If you're a bigger fan of Joss Whedon, then go for Astonishing.
Almost a business.
I almost said Buffy the Vampire Slayer. A married couple enjoying playing
like
2 angry old men.
Better.
Somehow that seems right. Yeah, click on.
Let's see.
My buddy.
Glad I could have gotten you in touch with Danielle.
Danielle, she is my contact at Valiant. She's a sweetheart.
Awesome.
I really enjoy talking to the folks at Valiant and Alien Books, and I told them if they need any help. They have a big announcement coming that I asked if they needed me to push. Just let me know. So, any hints of the results of the poll? It's a little too early to tell because what I see is kind of what I shared the other day. The bars, right? Even though it's closed, I can't tell exactly what is leading because you get so many votes in, all the bars start looking the same height. So I can't tell without clicking on them. So, I mean, I think right now, from what I'm seeing, X-Men Bishop's Crossing is going to make it as number 1, just from glancing it over. I'll know more later on, though, by Sunday.
Have they finished re-releasing the colorized The Walking Dead comics? I remember seeing that announcement way back.
They're still cranking them out. They're still cranking them out, man.
Oh, Carlos is saying, what is the DC Finest line?
I just did a video on that yesterday with my buddy Curtis and BJ Kicks from Comics Are Dope and Dom of X. But pretty much it seems to be DC's version of the Epic collections. I can give a reprint hint. No one but me voted for Ultimate Comics. I didn't have a chance to vote, but I trust my fellow collectors will make Ecstatic's Omni reprint happen. I hope so, man.
New Sweet Channels let us know that Ninja 5.0 GBA game from
Oh, yes, I saw that, dude. Yes, that game is hard to find. It's a hard to find game, and it goes for a lot of money, so I'm excited for that one.
Have you shown off the new Moon Knight book yet?
I'm actually recording my video today. It's right there.
It's right here?
Yeah.
And so a couple people were asking about the Tomb of Dracula.
Oh,
but
how it's doing? Yeah. I really don't know yet because I hate to be like, oh yeah, it's definitely gonna make it, and then something else beat it because we've had that happen before. This is the direct market cover, and of course, when given the choice, Stephen Platt is the answer. Oh my gosh, the reason to get this omnibus is Splat, and he only did like 6 issues. Hold on, 55. 5 issues in here.
That's cool part, Worst Comics Reader. Got an interview with the other day as an organizer for Thought Bubble as well as his comic chain job. Good interview. They think they'll go with someone cheaper, but good to make context. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Craven Scream's excited about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh, how much Moon Knight do we have in omnibus format? It's insane. We still need some, but Moon Knight? I never thought.
And Circuit 42 is going to meet Stephen Platt in Dallas.
Oh, dude, I loved his art in the 90s. I mean, it was, I knew what it was. It was McFarlane, but I didn't care. I loved it.
You talked about My Hero Academia Manga Box Set Volume 2 in a video a week or so back. I don't seem to find it anywhere online, or did I misinterpret what you said?
It's in the Viz catalog. If you look at the Viz catalog that Eldevise puts out, it's in there. So it is coming out later this year.
How are you, Josh? Hill House is my favorite Flanagan series.
It's good.
But Blind Manor was really good. I also like The Midnight Club, but it's Flanagan's weakest, in my opinion. Just curious, what's your opinion on Hill House?
Loved it.
Hill House.
That's my second one. Look, let me tell you something right now, Joshua. I was sitting there with my daughter, who at the time was 12 years old, 13 years old, watching it with me. And I don't jump scare. I haven't jump scared in decades because been so desensitized by all the things I grew up watching in Peru that I shouldn't have been watching. I'm not going to say exactly what happened, but there's a scene. It's the scene with the sisters in the car, and that's all I will say. I freaking jumped and yelled obscenities when that happened because I didn't see it coming. It was one of the best, absolute best jump scares I've ever had in anything in years. I looked. I don't think. To me, it felt like I was yelling for a minute, and my daughter's yelling at the same. We're looking at each other, yelling, and then we're looking at the TV like we didn't see it coming, man. It was so good.
You did play Alan Wake. You played Alan Wake. Did you play Alan Wake 2?
Oh, I haven't played. Wait, there's a 2? Oh, I love the first Alan Wake. My brother made fun of me. He's like, it's like watching your dad play, be the hero of a game because he fights with a flashlight. And my dad loves collecting flashlights.
Max is saying the sisters weren't informed of that, of when that was going to happen, so their shock was genuine.
Dude, that made me jump. Like, I'm sure if somebody was videotaping, it would have looked so ridiculous. Me yelling, screaming, and my daughter screaming. Why do people dislike Batman Year 2? That was an amazing psychological exploration. To each their own, man. I love it. I don't care. Good morning, Minties. Any news on Titan Conan Omnis? They've announced the catalog is filling up with more reprints of Conan the Barbarian and continuing Savage Sword Omnibus Volume 10. So, I mean, they're determined to do it.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
Yeah, you got a mouse in the pocket? We.
Alan Wake 2 is digital only.
Digital. Yeah, that's why I haven't played it then.
Brood Baker, Daredevil Void. Oh, here it is.
It's the Casada cover. That's the direct market cover.
Mike Flanagan is such an intelligent writer. I would love to see him do something not horror. Yep. Let's see. Omar. I just want you to know that box set of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is coming in September.
Oh, I just got the results from Josh or James. Thank you, James.
Oh,
holy crud. He had to remove 85 fraudulent accounts. Nice try.
James Abel?
No, my buddy James.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right, well.
Okay, good. Heck yeah, baby. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's okay. Oh my gosh.
Just watch Omar react, but don't know what he's reacting to. Here.
Okay, the only thing I will say, because I don't want to give it away, because I want people to be genuinely surprised, I will make the video. I'm going to get with James first to make sure there's nothing else that we're waiting on.
Yeah, Josh.
Who did not vote for Ecstatics? Ecstatics was 21. That means if you had voted, maybe it would have made a difference. I'm just saying that's why voting is important. I swear to God, Ecstatics is 21. I'll see exactly how much it lost by, though. I'm so sorry. Whoever was asking about Ecstatics earlier. Everyone have an amazing day. I have to leave to take care of stuff at a bookshop. Melanie and Omar, keep being awesome. Thank you.
I want to go book shopping. That sounds like Tomb of Dracula is coming.
I can't say I'm surprised, though. There's a lot of surprises this time around. Sounds like a celebration when man's excited about Tomb of Dracula full series. I don't know. Maybe. I have a poker face. I'm excited. But I'm gonna get with James after the stream, probably tomorrow sometime, just to make sure we're not waiting on anything else or nothing else has been done.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy birthday, Sabrina. Have fun today.
You enjoy your day, sweetie. That is Sabrina, right? Not Petey Ma. I'm talking to.
And it's my channel. I made 84 for our Gillette account.
Ryan. Omar, I was a little disappointed in the first new Conan trade. You promised nudity, and there
was literally a
minute.
panel.
But it does have nudity. Wait, is that not one panel doesn't count as nudity? I think there were 2 panels I had to block, wasn't there? 2 panels.
Let's see. Have you had a chance to read Backstory?
Mm-hmm. I read it right before I had Joe on the show.
Oh, you did?
2 years ago, maybe?
Gosh, I don't remember.
2 years ago? Maybe last year. I can't remember. I liked it a lot. Actually, no, it might have been 3 years ago, because that's when Asia was still working at Mad Cave, because she's the one that reached out to me about that book. So it might have been 3 years ago that happened.
Okay, 2 panels. I wanted lots. What's the
Well,
scariest
I will say
movie
when I was
you've ever
interviewing
seen?
when I was interviewing Jim Sub, he corrected me because I said, "Yeah, Savage Sword of Conan will have more gore and more nudity," and he was like, wait a minute, we're gonna have plenty of that in the ongoing Conan book, so maybe you'll have a little more in volume 2."
Wait, before we answer Richard's question, did you pre-order the Berserk Blu-ray? 97 Berserk?
No, I didn't, but I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll get it, Michael. Thanks for asking. What's the
scariest movie?
here recently? Nope. And I showed it to my film studies, and I said, "Now you all might think this is just lame, but it genuinely messes me up. Aliens mess with my brain." And 2 kids, they had a hard time with that one scene, the abduction scene. I was like, that's one of the scariest things I've ever watched, and it sticks with me.
I don't know. That's a tough question. I think something from my childhood,
Yeah.
like Rosemary's Baby or The Exorcist. I think, oh my God, as a kid, don't show your kid The Exorcist, man. Wait till they're older. My goodness, I think that wrecked my brain. Dude, when you see a little girl, her head turning 180 degrees and then start speaking like with that voice,
See, for me, it sounds, especially if you don't see the source of the sound, that gets me. It makes me feel like something's right there.
Oh, that's why you didn't like The Conjuring,
and
or not The Conjuring. The what's
that?
Ju-on? I can't remember the American version of Ju-on.
The Ring?
No, The Ring was Ringu.
Oh shoot, I don't remember.
Has Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
What was the remake of The Conjuring in America? Or not The Conjuring, Ju-on in America. What was that called?
If it's got sounds and you don't see the sounds,
Dude, but that did that one part in that movie.
Max, I don't think I could handle it very well. Because Omar's told me about it. I was
Which
like,
one?
Yeah, Fire in the Sky.
Oh, I love Fire in the Sky. Love it.
Nope.
Or
Contact.
Not Contact. What's the one with the alien, the gray peeking through with
I thought that was Fire in the Sky.
No. That's the one with Christopher Walken. Community. I think it's Community.
The Grudge.
The Grudge. That's what it's called. The Grudge was okay.
Oh wow! Everyone, thank you.
The American Grudge was okay. I will say the best part of The Grudge in America was when the sister was trying to get away from the creature, jumped in the bed, hid underneath the covers, and then underneath the covers was the creature. And I'm like, that's not fair, because that's home base. You don't cheat like that.
Like the beginning of that Argentinian movie.
Terrified?
Yeah, the first 15 minutes. Oh, that was scary.
The Descent, I think it's good.
Oh yeah, Descent.
But really, I mean, it depends on what kind of horror you like, right? Some people like psychological, some people like body horror, some people like jump scares. The Eye, I remember The Eye. The Eye is a Korean movie. Had a really creepy scene in the elevator, because we all feel like when you're alone in the elevator, right? Like you feel like somebody's watching you.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, you will. You will the next time. You will the next time.
Oh no, wait! I thought about like cameras and such. I tell you, at our school we don't have cameras.
Wait, go back up to that comment, please.
To Novak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the comments on the voting video that one person wrote, they just stopped voting because
his Pansy Pigs never made it. I was thinking, dude, every vote counts. Or just confirm it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't hurt to try.
Absolutely, every vote counts. And I know, people always seem to think they know better, and that's just, it happens, right? Like I've seen comments that they should do away with the X-Men and Spider-Man in the votes. If I do that, do you think a company would actually listen to you? If I don't show any Spider-Man or X-Men, they're not going to reprint books that 10 people want reprinted. They're going to reprint books at the end of the day because they're a business. And they're going to reprint books that are going to get them money. We are very blessed and lucky that they actually listen to us.
Oh, are you done?
What if your kids want to watch Cannibal Holocaust?
What about the Transformers
Serbian film?
Transformers reading order.
Part 3 is coming back. I'm going to get Dom. Dom has been a wonderful help to the channel. He's helping me with the slideshow. He's helping me with my biggest video of the month. Yeah. So big shout out. I don't know if Dom's still here. He was up earlier. Yeah, I see that. The Sense, the only film I thought was truly scary. Yeah. So claustrophobic. Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah. Record
is good.
Yeah, mm-hmm. That was.
I hated the American version. What was that one called? Quarantine.
Max, I love Dolls. They don't scare you, Max.
Dolls is good. Dolls is good. The original.
Wait, Dolls. Oh, is there a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was just talking about
It was an
dolls in
80s
general.
movie. I'm reading a book on alien abduction right now. The George Costanza in me is like, what do all these abductees have that I don't have? Yeah, me too, man. My buddy Mike and I were obsessed with alien abduction, so we would be like, really? That guy got abducted?
Get the cult.
Yeah. Really? Him?
Okay.
Was an honor to be on your live. Dude, you are welcome back, brother. That is Jake from The Brave and the Boys. I had a lot of fun. Scariest movie ever, Green Lantern. The Orphanage was good. I like that one.
Spider-Girl, the end. Do not forget, please.
Oh, no, I haven't. Don't forget to come back tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., please, if you have any suggestions to add.
Jokes aside, X-Men alone is equal to the others company's whole publishing line. I get both sides, since if you aren't an X-Men fan, it feels like your favorite gets ignored.
Yeah, and they do publish other books. I mean, if we look at last year was Daredevil heavy. Holy crud, Daredevil was huge last year. Anyone get to see Talk to Me was good. That was one of my favorite movies last year, made by YouTubers turned filmmakers, which is cool. I love that. Maybe I'll make a film one day starring me as me.
Any news on yes, there is news on the Omnibus reprint poll.
It's okay. I don't mind repeating it. The poll video will be up on Patreon on Tuesday, and everybody on Wednesday will see it. I just got the results in, but I still have to look through it and talk to James about if anything needs to be excluded, or because fraudulent votes. He already had to ban 85 votes. Will David Gabriel be watching tomorrow's show? Can we ask about the box set?
Ooh.
I need to ask him about that box set.
Kind of reminds me of Ron Perlman's management on Marvel Comics. If we cancel half the books, they'll buy twice as many of the remaining. Tom DeFalco laughed when they said that and was soon fired.
Yep, I remember that. Mary, how are you?
The stranger scared the AG double hockey sticks out of me.
How you doing, Mary?
Have
you ever seen the original movie that The Strangers is based on? It's called ILS, ILS. It's not as scary, but the ending, the very, 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 very last frame in that movie, why they did it is the scariest part of that movie. I was like, oh, there are people out there like that in the world, because it's based on real events. All my lovely comic people, have an awesome. You too, Michael. You have a wonderful day.
Favorites needs Alien Volume 2, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2.
Awesome. I hope
so
you
Dark
voted.
Knight is asking about doing the same
we will
request poll for DC
with my new friend Clark. Clark has been my contact for 3 years now. He just gets back to me from time to time, so I will do that. Yes, I'm doing that. And then Most Wanted with Tiger Eyes. Yeah, Mary, I hope you enjoy it. It's different, but it's creepy. Seriously, where's the love for Hereditary? People love Hereditary. It's okay. I can see why people love it. Toni Collette is amazing in that movie, though. Oh my gosh, she's a great actress.
Oh, Chris, I'm so glad that it wasn't. So Chris is working at Comic Book.
What?
I love your picture because I love Ultimate Spider-Man. I was nearly robbed yesterday. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm not a continuity.
Hardo, I like that word.
But considering Transformers doesn't have legit canon, do you like just pick and choose your canon? I basically just consider the 80s content and IDW's run my canon.
IDW will always be my canon. 80s because it's my childhood. Yeah, I'm the same way. I think it's like that with Star Wars, right? Star Wars Legends, like the Dark Horse era. Some people, to them, that's canon. I just finished Riddler Year One. That's the one that won an award by Tom King. And I never thought I'd see a comic comic with such beautifully drawn Riddler spanking. That's Mitch. Didn't Mitch do that one? Mitch Gerard.
Oh, did he? Well, then I want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any word on Superman getting more new Omnis?
No word yet. And Barb makes a really good point. Yes,
for Hereditary?
It is for Hereditary. It is well acted. It's well made. It's just not a scary movie. I feel the same way. My problem with that movie, and not to spoil anything, is that it explains too much. I like the fear of the unknown. I like not knowing things. When everything is laid out to me, like, okay, sure, now I understand. Which happens a lot of times in horror movies. And I know some people need that, right? I know some people need an explanation. I don't. I like being like just afraid of the unknown. That's why alien movies are good. We don't know why they're down here. We don't know why they taking backwoods people up and probing them. We just know they're no good. Had some scary, unexpected medicals recently.
Kevin,
happy
thank
to
you for
be
the super
home
chat,
and re-engage in this community. Thanks, Omar and Melanie, for bringing the joy. Dude, I'm glad you're
I'm glad
home,
doing
Kevin,
better.
and I hope
Thank
you are doing better. I hope
It
you're
is
doing better,
cold
butter.
down here.
Really?
She's not used to you agreeing with her.
This is weird. It's Earth 2 Omar agreeing with Earth Prime Bar. So would the Star Wars book dominate the reprint polls this year? How many were there? I don't know. I just glanced at it.
You're thinking of One Bad Day, not Riddler Year One.
Oh, thank you. The Paul Dano one, right? That one? The actor that played the Riddler in the movie? He wrote it? Okay, thank you for that, Zach.
So Dork's saying, and that's why the new Alien and Prometheus ruined it for me. Took all the mystery away.
Yeah, I love the idea of these xenomorphs just being out there. We don't need an explanation. I mean, and don't get me wrong, they're okay movies. I actually don't mind. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Whose booty am I going to smack? Sean DeSug, you're a lyrical genius. That's good, boy. That's good.
Woo. Desperately hoping for word on Golden Age Superman Volume 8 on the.
I don't think they would give up on that. Remember, just last year, there were rumors everywhere on YouTube and on websites that DC is no longer going to be doing collected editions.
Totally. Where's the
Look where we
time
are
on-
now. Oh my gosh.
The time is not showing
That's
on
what happens. Okay.
How?
First of all, we need to do a... This segment is sponsored by BD Cosmos, a Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec, and their website is bdcosmos.com.
They can't see the words you're pointing
They offer you... I'm pointing at
at.
them.
No,
they
you
offer
already put it
you...
on our screen.
I'm going to...
BD Cosmos,
They offer
y'all!
you 25% off your orders of 99 Canadian dollars or more, free shipping everywhere in Canada for orders over $200 Canadian dollars or more. You can tell them to hold my books until you're ready to ship when you have $200 or more, and they'll ship it all at once and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way for a monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers. Melanie, BD Cosmos.
BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles, taking care of customers in Canada. Hey, you get.
I was waving at Earl Smith.
You put it in front of my face, and I was pew pew pewing.
All right.
BD Cosmos, one day we'll get our act together.
You Americans and your ridiculous pointing of the guns.
James, seriously, thank you for reminding us. However, first, John has a super chat. Serious question. Do you have any concern about bringing the X-Men to the MCU given the culture wars? I'm afraid Marvel might downplay parts of the message to avoid some blowback from the trolls.
If you're talking about like social commentaries that are part of the story, I think X-Men has a phenomenal history of doing it right without being too much in your face about it, right? When I was a kid, I didn't notice stuff like that. Going back as an adult and reading some of those older stories, oh yeah, it's totally there. Especially in my favorite story, God Loves, Man Kills, just to use as an example. I think they can do a good job of putting it in there while also not being in your face about it. I do see what you're saying, but honestly, are the trolls even buying tickets to go see these movies? I mean, if they're going to appease to a small group of people, what's the point? Do what you're going to do. Tell a good story. That's all I care about. I understand, you know, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't want people to stand on pedestals and preach to me about the wrongness of things if the message is, if it's in your face about it. Simmer down is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think it'll be fine. I don't really worry for them.
Michael doesn't trust Disney to do that though.
But I mean, what messages? I'm trying to think of movies recently that they've screwed up, like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's about family at the end of the day, right? Family doesn't have to be blood. It can be who you choose to be your family. It's not, and sometimes it can be a little hokey about it, but yeah. Peacemaker, if you look at it, also has social commentary. crazy social commentary.
I want to rewatch
But I was
that.
too I was
really
too
like
busy
that.
laughing my butt off to even notice it.
Oh, I didn't either. Let's see. Do you just finished the last volume of JSA? Wow,
Mhm.
amazing. Great recommendation. Thank you. Looking forward to the JL Dark Rebirth Omni. Have you read it?
Oh, I have. Yeah, the rebirth era of Justice League Dark. I dig it.
So we do not have mail to open today.
I love Guardians 3. It was so good.
I do have students of the week though. You go ahead.
Okay. Omar, any news on John Byrne, Man of Steel, Superman, Action Comics Omnis? Zero news.
Okay.
Oh, this is what you were talking about, Michael.
Yeah.
Classic horror is the best. Real props, theater, stage, stylized acting. How great was Creepshow movies, Tales from the Crypt HBO series, or the Vincent Price movies? Yeah, I think it depends, right? I like practical effects. I hate CG, especially when it's unnecessary CG, like blood. Give me some of that fake blood. Don't give me any CG blood nonsense. Hose those actors and actresses down.
I am a high school English teacher, and I like to announce my students of the week. And for great, terrific work ethic, or improved work ethic, or insightful answers, just being talented, etc. And at first period, Laney, you are student of the week. You did a terrific job on your writing last week. Good job. And Joy in second period, I'm so proud of you for how hard you've been working. And Alex in third period, thank you for being a student who is engaged. And first period, Lauren, I just really appreciate how much of yourself you put into your writing. And then finally, Charles in second period, I am very proud of your work ethic. Congratulations, guys.
So while you were reading that, I just got our acceptance. We have been accepted into the C2E2 panel.
Oh, baby! Congratulations!
That's cool. Don't know what we're going to be talking about. Well, we will be there April 26th through the 28th, and we will have a panel. And I just need to schedule. I got to get with Lars and Oddfell and Maddie.
I'm going to cry.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to have a panel at C2E2?
Yeah, but I mean, anybody can get a panel.
Well, hey, no.
Okay. I'll let you have your moment. Go ahead and cry, baby. Go ahead.
Look,
so if you're at C2E2, please come by and join us for our panel. We will be talking about the great works of Brian Michael Bendis and Michael
That is
Mark
so
Miller.
awesome.
I don't know what Lars signed us up for, but sure, I'm there.
So yeah, tell everybody who's going to be on the panel.
It's going to be myself. It's going to be Lars, and it's going to be Oddfell and Maddie representing Near Mid Condition. I think we're going to be talking.
Okay, so you, Maddie, Lars, Oddfell.
Oddfell. Yeah.
So 4.
Yep.
Okay.
And then your lovely butt is going to be filming.
Yep. So yeah, I'll be filming, and C2E2 is the Chicago pop culture, not just comics, convention.
Is anything real comics anymore these days? Mostly it's a pop culture thing. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, very excited.
Emerald
Oh,
City
I know. Me too. Savage Dragon has already been solicited to have the catalog Ultimate Collection Volume 3. So it is coming out.
Yell at Uncanny Omar, he'll pack the house.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah,
Thank you
we'll
all.
Definitely, if not stream, definitely I'll film.
Yeah, it's in Chicago. It's in April.
I applied for a press pass. Surely
you'll get
well,
one.
but I mean, you can't assume that the two, whoever's responsible for the panels and the press passes would communicate with each other. So I don't know.
So that's really cool. Excited to go. I haven't been to C2E2 since.
Oh, thanks, Heather.
Oh, thank you, Heather. Hey, Heather, not only am I going to make you a video for the top 10 graphic novels that your library should have.
I was going to tell you yesterday.
But I'm also getting my friends to do a video to curate the list even more. So all of us are going to curate it. Like some really smart people out there, smarter than I am, that can curate a list of 10 books that every library should have. Graphic novels. So thank you for that suggestions.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Y'all are so nice.
Because she is the assistant director of the Woodford County Library.
Omar, do the con out in Orlando, and I'll drive. You better drive. I'm gonna come sleep at your house, Rebecca Rodriguez.
Yeah, basically bar. Sure.
Dude, every
Just every
city
state.
feels like it has one.
Oh man, I can't. So again, people are asking about maybe having like a live stream for it.
That would be pretty cool to do that. Instead of doing the Q&A, we could do a live. I don't know. Let me talk to Lars to see what we applied for.
Like, surely I could figure that out, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to say yes because then I'm scared. I'm not that great with technology.
You can click on Josh's.
Let's see. What would the little boy from Peru who used to get rice for a gift would think of getting a panel at C2E2? It's a big thing.
Thank you, Josh. Yeah. It is weird.
And of course, congratulations to the other 3 people that are going to be on the panel.
Yeah.
To Maddie and Othel and Lars.
This weird to think about that like that. Thank you, Josh, for putting it into perspective.
Totally. What Bar said, the benefits of being American Geek, that there's so much opportunity. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely. We don't have the greatest healthcare.
Yep.
But by God, we got some geeks here in America that will make your dreams come true. That's awesome.
Okay. Let's see. Logan is saying, asking, in your opinion, excluding X-Men and Teen Titans, were the DC, or I'm sorry, X-Men / Teen Titans, were the DC Marvel crossovers and amalgam stories actually any good, or were they mostly shallow and pointless?
Dude, all I have to say is Jorge Luis Garcia Lopez says, oh my gosh, his Hulk and Spider-Man, or not Hulk and Spider-Man, I'm sorry, I'm still blown back a little bit about what Josh said. Thank you, Josh. That's really sweet. The Superman and Spider-Man. That's a good one, man. Seriously.
I'm not showing that, Roberto.
What do you say? I think Omar deserves congratulations. My man.
Oh.
I agree with Roberto. Give him a super chat. Can I do that?
Wait, he can get this gift.
You go get that.
Just saying, speaking of cons, anyone going to Awesome Con in DC in March? We are not.
We will not be
definitely
there.
A chat. You can chime in. And there was a question up here. Carlos is saying, would more people than just you and him buy a Darkhawk Omni? I think so. I personally didn't get into the character, but
I mean, look, we've got things like Gwenpool, we've got things like Squirrel Girl, we've got things like Captain Marvel by Peter David, obscure characters that not everybody's heard of. Okay, Squirrel Girl has a bigger fan following than Darkhawk. I'm trying to think of other characters that like have had an omnibus that not a lot of people have realized. So, like, I mean, we got Dead Man. Not a lot of people know who that is. Phantom Stranger. So, yeah, I think so.
Marvel's bringing up Inhumans.
Yeah, Marvel bad. Good point. Good point. Touche. Alf and I are. Wait.
Let's see. Okay. Make sense of this. Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4 ending at 133, then 1 through 15. Death Ultimate Spider-Man picks up at 150.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense, please.
They renumbered it. So after ending in 133, they were like, let's relaunch it as a new Volume 1. And then when they got to issue 15, they were like, well, let's go back to the legacy number. So that's why it jumps around a lot. That's what happened.
Omar, please finish what you were saying.
The Spider-Man and Superman comic alone is worth it. Seriously. Outside of X-Men and that classic stuff is good. It's like, and then you've got some John Byrne goodness in there too. Some John Byrne that ties into his Superman Batman run. It's good. It doesn't match. It does to Marvel's legacy numbers. I promise. You're not missing anything.
Have you read Soul Eater yet? So freaking good. It was my favorite anime. Now my favorite manga.
You like the anime? We watched the anime.
I loved the first season.
First season was so good.
And then I was like, I slowed down. Man, I do love that first season. And Lydia read Soul Eater. I have not read it because I'm on volume 79 of One Piece.
I like the manga.
Red Hood and the Outlaws is one of the first New 52 omnis to get a release.
Yeah, so anything is possible. I think we'll get a Darkhawk omnibus. I think we had a Darkhawk Classic, right? We had one Darkhawk Classic. Danny Ketch is getting an omnibus. I think so. Who wins?
Gwenpool versus Squirrel Girl. I don't really like either one.
I actually
so I don't know.
Okay, I actually enjoyed Gwenpool more. I didn't expect to like it at all. Not my type of humor, not my type of stories, but I actually enjoyed it. for what it was. Squirrel
So-
Girl, I can see the love. I can see why people enjoy it, but it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
not
yeah.
for me. I will say Squirrel Girl sells big in the Scholastic book market. If you ever go to those book fairs, if you have kids and you ever volunteer, you'll see them there, and they sell. So there is a reason why that omnibus came out, but it's just not for me.
So the answer is totally based on our opinion of the characters and
Mhm.
not
Not
like
cells.
powers,
Not cells.
not powers or
Not
logic.
powers.
Or...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did you?
Well,
Gwenpool, she can break the fourth wall and cross universes. Yeah, sure, her.
how many omnibus do you think it'll take to cover all of Claremont's X-Men era?
Do I think? I can tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we talking about classic X-Men too? Because I'll include that in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh my gosh, so many.
13.
Wow.
But then he comes back. I'd say 13 for the main. Right? If I'm including X-Men Classic, well, you know what? Now I'm going to trim that down to 10. I'm going to trim that down to 10. Because I don't think they'll include everything in Fall of the Mutants, of course. Inferno will not include Exterminators and things like that. So I'm going to trim that down to 10. And then when he comes back for the
Thank you, Head of Spirit.
Revolution, and then he comes back for Reload, it's about 13 probably in total. Probably more.
Terry Pratchett, and I suggested him to 2 students last week. I'm reading Reaper Man.
I had to put a pause on my Judge Dredd reading to focus on all these polls and reprints and videos that take a lot of time. So I kind of slowed down a little bit on interviews because I also need time to read.
You were doing a lot of interviews.
Yeah, and it's hard to say
Why?
no sometimes, though. It's hard to say no. I want to say yes to everybody that wants to come on, but it's really draining after doing it. So, and then, after I do this interview, I got to record a video and edit. It takes a lot out of me. ¿Cómo
Are you going to
estás?
do an Ultimate Marvel Universe reading order?
You should.
I'm translating.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I can do that. I want to see how much more they want to come out with in omnibus format, though.
So what's 149
Don't they include? Oh,
of Ultimate Spider-Man?
They included something because I remember when this was coming out, somebody said, "Wait, they skipped something." I think they included one of the extra issues, the half issue, maybe. I can't remember. Something was included as a 149.
149.5. So what's new with the upcoming Berserk Blu-ray release? It was released before.
It's never been released on Blu-ray. The 1997 series.
Ooh, and Michael suggested some books for libraries.
Miles,
Mm-hmm.
Persepolis, Daybreaker, or Day Tripper, Blankets, God Country. Yeah. Wow, those are good.
Wow, I've read all of those except Persepolis.
Yeah, when Peter
No, I started reading Day Tripper.
Persepolis is really good. I really like that. Oh, wait, you didn't finish Day Tripper?
No, actually, I mean, I say it's like you saying you play Final Fantasy VII. I read like 3 pages.
Okay, I beat the first disc
You
of Final
played 20
Fantasy
minutes.
VII. It ain't my cup of tea. Day Tripper's everybody's
As an
cup of tea.
X-Men expert with the capitalized X, how important are the non-X-Men issues contained in the Claremont era Epic collections or the X-Men box set that are excluded from the first Uncanny X-Men Omni?
The only one that I would deem really important is the first appearance of Sabretooth. That's in Iron Fist. That's the one that I would go and seek after. Yes, we were just talking about Quasar. She didn't know who he was, and I was like, oh, I would love to see that. You want to do the Daniel Warren Johnson interview? You can talk about your favorite Japanese Transformers.
I need your help.
He's going to be like, how do you feel about
I don't
Hellcat?
have the Transformer knowledge.
Who's your favorite combiner from the Japanese exclusive? What do you think about Dino King? I really like when you draw Optimus go, let's go, Autobots.
And you know what? I'll totally throw you under the bus.
That's
I'll be like,
adorable.
you ain't even read the
You're going to throw me
Transformers
under the
yet.
bus. You do that all the time.
Is Uncanny X-Force by Remender a good way to get into Wolverine?
It's one way to get into Wolverine. But if you want a good way to get into Wolverine, get that Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3. It's got some awesome stories.
Would you consider virtual panels, like talking about anime, manga, etc., maybe even in person, like maybe at an anime convention in 2025?
Oh, God, yeah. Me
Chairman
and
Troy.
Maddie would love to do that.
There you go. Any news on Blue Beetle getting an Omni? Specifically,
Ted Cord or
Cord?
Jaime Reyes? No, unfortunately. I would love to see a Ted Cord collection.
Will there be enough material for a Miracle Man
Oh,
back
yeah.
an omnibus when he finishes his run?
Yeah, with all those covers. All those variant covers, yeah, man. There's enough because he's got the Golden Age, the Silver Age, and then what is the last one? The Dark Age, I think is what the last trilogy is called.
When did you sound like a Rick and Morty character? What did you say?
When I was making fun of her.
Oh yeah, probably.
Did Omar ever do a Did I read it? Yes, I read it. Almost made it in my top 10 last year. Loved it.
See, I need to read.
I need to. I'm hoping they'll announce a hardcover.
RB is saying thanks. Gearing up for an Uncanny X-Men read through and trying to figure out what to include beyond what is in the Omnis. You guys are the best.
Oh, thank you so much. But that's the one that I think would be the most beneficial to your reading experience. And at this moment, I just want to remind everybody, if you live in Europe, to check out waltzcomicshop.com. They're out of Berlin, Germany. Cheapest pre-order prices for all Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping rates of €12 for all EU countries. Bulletproof packaging. And head over to Near Mint Condition, waltzcomicshop.com, and write in the code Near Mint Condition to check out. You get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over €40 or more. That's Walt's Comic Shop. Melanie. Oh, wait. They also have books of the month.
They have books?
They have books. So it's the deals of the month. And this particular month, their deal is, make sure I got it right this time, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4. Both covers are €79.99 each. And Aquaman by Peter David Omnibus. It's €100. So that is Walt's Comic Shop.
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting.
Good job, baby.
Gracias.
Get you a raise.
There we are. You got too many tabs open. It's Walt's Comic Shop. Ding, 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 ding. Just rediscover comics and only read Omnis. What Superman Omnibus would you recommend I start with?
Death and Return is a classic that you can't go wrong with. There's not a lot unless you like older Superman. Like you want to go to the very beginning. You want to see what the Golden Age is like. Absolutely go for the Golden Age Omni. Some of them are out of print though. Superman by Peter Tomasi is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I love that book. Superman's a dad. It's a little different. It's the old school Superman coming back. The pre-Flashpoint Superman coming back. I'll ask again, were you cool with no explanation for any case? Spoilers. Yes, I was. It goes back to my horror movies thing. I don't have to have everything explained to me. I like things open for interpretation. I like things, if you're hinting at a couple of different solutions, I might be able to catch something. I like putting things together, because I was okay with that. There was something else I wasn't, but it's a spoiler. But if you go back and watch the review, I talk a little bit about it in the review of that show.
Did the Sigil Omni sell enough to bring on more cross-gen?
We're getting Mystic, and that's it so far, though. So hopefully more sometime.
Omar, have you heard of Distillery?
Mm-hmm.
It's a new creator-owned comic label. I haven't. Created by, I'm assuming you pronounce it Distillery. Brian Azzarello, Scott Snyder, Mark
Bernadine.
Thank you. John Cliff Chang, James
Tiny Onion,
Ron V, Peach Momoka Moore. I met Brian and a few other people involved with it at my job, and they added me to the email list. I don't know anything else about it, but the website looks pretty cool, and those are great creators.
Yeah. Right now, I haven't seen anything physically from them. Like they're a little bit like Substack, right? Like you subscribe to the newsletter, and then like I know, for example, like Jonathan Hickman was releasing things physically. So I don't know, 4 live streams in 4 days. What live stream are you doing tomorrow? Oh my gosh, I have a live stream tomorrow and on Monday. I'm all out of live streams. Yeah. You know what, dude? I just said, when YouTube's like, we're not going to promote your channel if you do too many live streams. I think last year I just decided, screw it. I like hanging out with my friends. I like talking to people. And if I'm going to get punished for it, it's worth it. They don't promote it. Like, it's still there. Don't get me wrong. Like, getting new subscribers every day. But it's not like they were promoting it before, whenever we were doing less live streams and more pre-recorded videos. It sucks, but I enjoy it, and I need this for my mental health.
Kind of saying that Berserk 97 was already released on Blu-ray before in Europe.
I think it's the new Masters from Japan. that's why it's a big deal.
Question for both of us. What's your favorite comic story, hands down?
God Loves Man Kills. That's a hard question, though. Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck.
I don't. I can't pick one.
It's tough. There's so many good ones. I mean, and then what story do you pick from? What series and creator? Oh, that's a hard question. God Loves Man Kills. To me, is just perfection.
There's
Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck.
okay.
Greatest adventure story ever.
I suppose instead of just thinking in my head, I could just say out loud the titles that are popping into my head.
Yeah.
Although I'm not saying that this is the just my favorite stories in general. Mr. Miracle by Tom King and Mitch Gerads, and Spider-Man, the 90s stuff by DeMatteis, and then Straczynski in the early aughts. Really digging Daniel Warren Johnson lately. Berserk, and oh my gosh, come on now, Masonic Koku for manga. Sandman. Oh, there's so many great comics. It's so awesome. This is my favorite one, right?
Isn't that the beauty of comics?
There's so many more. I'm just these are just the random ones popping in my head.
And for every good comic, there's always a bad one too. So not everything is great.
I mean, God, just look over there. Just look at the shelf. God Country.
Starman.
Yeah, it's well written.
Canceled.
It genuinely is. It's a good story. It's just I just didn't make that much of a connection with it, and that's okay. Yes, that's a hard question to answer.
Oh, what are some of your favorite and most underrated characters in Marvel Comics? I think Peter David's written all of mine. As far as X-Men. I think Quasar's another one. Darkhawk. It's a good one.
My name's Astonishing X-Men. See,
the New Warriors. I still think they're completely underrated.
Oh wait, I'm still on the last question. Underrated. Trouble. The Trouble character.
Is Bruce watching? Bruce could be like, "What?
Bruce is in here.
Bruce is in here. That's what."
Fables. Oh, sorry, I'm still stuck on the other question. Fables is so good.
What question?
It's Saga about the best, your favorite comic book story.
Oh, okay. What's my favorite one? The one I haven't read yet. There you go.
Oh, okay. The one I haven't read. Oh, yeah. But underrated. Who do I like that's underrated? Electro. Totally. Gosh.
Oh, we're talking villains now.
No, just underrated character. I bet you could do some good with Electro. Like Light the Night, parts 1, 2, and 3.
What's funny is
that story.
20 years ago, I would have said Moon Knight. 20 years ago, it would have been the hipster, edgy guy going, Moon Knight. Nobody really likes Moon Knight.
Underrated.
Oh, yeah, now. And look at Moon Knight now, 20 years later, TV show. Freaking Omni after Omni. That's insane. A new series, 2 series for a minute. Oh, my gosh. Avenger again, yeah. Stingray. Stingray's the greatest Avenger ever.
Oh.
Black Knight. Actually, Black Knight, for real. Black Knight's one of my favorite characters. I love Black Knight.
Carlos, I'm sure he agrees.
Oh, yeah. New Warriors. Yeah. Not enough love. It's great. Man Thing. There, I said it. Man Thing Mondays.
I remember Man Thing Mondays.
What?
Oh,
Bruce is here.
There you go.
You were summoned because somebody said something about trouble. No, you said that about trouble.
Yeah. Bay the Battle of the Tiger, of course, for Josh.
It's got a really good editor on that one.
What's your favorite Super Bowl? The next one, Tom Brady. Same for me, but like
with these nerdy picture books I collect. That was the way Chris Claremont answered my "What's your favorite story you've ever written?" And it's the one I haven't written yet.
Would you agree that the essential omnis to read before Spider-Verse Omnibus is JMS 1 and 2, Superior Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2099?
Essential? I mean, out of those, you don't really need to have read Spider-Man 2099. It's cool.
Kitchen Jones agrees with Black Knight.
But I mean, it does help. Yeah, I think you would be good. As long as you know there's an existing array of different Spider-Man out there in different universes, that's all you really need to know.
Logan's wondering, can you tell every time somebody watches or is watching one of your videos? Like, you mean live? Like
here?
Like that?
Or
no?
Or pre-recorded, you mean?
Yeah, like, are you saying that, is there something on the YouTube studio?
Oh,
like,
no.
Like, 5 people are watching? Is that what you mean? Currently
like
watching this video?
They do like a play-by-play, but it doesn't tell you who's watching or anything, yeah.
Oh, well, definitely, you can't tell specific people or whatnot, yeah. And Bruce, James
Need to say my name 2 more times. For what? For more trouble to appear, Bruce? I'm good. I'm all drowned out in trouble now. Hope you've been well, brother.
Bruce.
It's like Beetlejuice. Omar loves trouble so much he buys a copy every time he, what does he say?
Sees one in the wild. I'm a big fan of late 80s X-Men. I have the X-Men milestones for Mutant Massacre, Fall of the Mutants, and Inferno. Should I pick up the Fall of the Mutants and Inferno prologue omnis instead?
Well, they're no longer doing milestones. They're not doing those type of formats anymore. So if you want everything in a uniform look to it on your shelf, then yeah. Get the omnis. I think one of them is on sale right now. The prologue, baby? Is the one on sale?
Hello, is Fantastic Four's continuity between Black Panther
he was asking
and
earlier.
the Fantastic Four series during McDuffie's run when Black Panther and Storm joined. They didn't conflict timelines? I see the Fantastic Four were in.
No, not really, because at that time he was in Wakanda and he was getting married. And then, yeah, the Fantastic Four leave. But keep in mind, I mean, during Christopher Priest's run, too, he was with the Avengers for a little bit. So editors help out with that. That is their job. I find myself reading Hellboy and Preacher for the first time. They are unbelievable stories. I'm glad you're enjoying them, man. I love them. But Big Stu, what's up, buddy? All right, you ready? Let's do it. All right, so what is up on the bestest channel ever this week?
I can answer that question, Logan. No, there's no notification or anything that somebody's watching a pre-recorded video.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Let's see. So tomorrow at 6 a.m. will be a Marvel Omnibus announcement. It'll be the last one for this batch. At 2:30 p.m., Peter, M, and I are going to go, Crushing Crisis, are going to go over every single one of the Omnis I've announced in the last batch. So if you haven't caught up or if you want to catch up, come join us live. And also, if you want to add a book, a suggestion, this is where I take the suggestions from. Otherwise, I get bombarded with emails and DMs and on Discord. And it just gets to be too much and overwhelming that I like one place where people can come and suggest, and then I start taking notes down. And then I'll email Marvel to see if books can be added or not. At 8 p.m., I'm reviewing Avatar The Last Airbender TV show with Amanda. That will be live at Eastern Time. Monday at 11 o'clock, I am doing an overview of Moon Knight Volume 2. At 3 p.m., right, Dom? Dom, you still here? 3 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going live with Dom because people have suggested that I do the solicits because I do solicits for DC, I do solicits for Marvel. So now I'm going to start doing every month solicits for Dark Horse, Image, Boom, IDW. So join us live for that. And then in the evening, I'm doing an overview of the Assassin's Creed art book from Dark Horse Direct. Tuesdays to trade paperbacks, and Maddie's back with Old Reader, New Reader at 8 p.m. Wednesdays, the results of the poll. Thursdays will be the Marvel solicitations for June, I believe. I need to make sure I can get that from David.
What time was the Mark Spector overview?
11 a.m. 11 a.m.
On what day?
Monday.
Okay.
And I may make that a premiere video so I can join you all talking about it. And Friday is the upcoming collected editions for the month of March. Whew. It's a busy week. I'm drained just thinking about it. But that's it. That's it. That's it. Thank you all. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here. What time is it? Is it? Oh, we got time.
Wait, what is wrong with this screen?
I don't know. We'll worry about it later.
Is Marvel's The End canon?
To Chris Claremont, to Paul Jenkins. Sure.
There we go.
The future.
There it is.
To quote my favorite line of Days of Future Past, the future's unwritten. Another marvelous week.
Josh is saying, don't do Premiere. I ended up buying it last time. And Logan said, yes, we love the Premiere videos.
It's Moon Knight Volume 2.
Who's the most underrated Spider-Man writer of recent years?
Who wrote Spider-Man recently that I've enjoyed that no one talks about.
Did people talk about Dan Slott?
I gotta say that Christos Gage doesn't get a lot of recognition or love.
Well, I guess not, huh?
Christos Gage, he was co-writing a lot of the stories with Dan Slott.
Oh, okay.
The joke is, like, when Dan Slott's running late on stories or can't come up with something, he always calls buddy Christos up. But that guy's
well, there you go.
He's a good storyteller.
That's a good answer.
He's an excellent. I have loved everything that man has done for Marvel Comics. He did Avengers: The Initiative, co-wrote that, and then he went and took over Avengers Academy. I love a very underrated run. So that would be my vote. Christos Gage, guy's good.
That's
what about you,
good
Melanie?
Question, Tiger Eyes. Oh no,
I
need a list in front of me. I cannot pull this information out of my head. After all the stories you've read, do you still have any dream event or Marvel and DC that has not been conceptualized yet?
When I was a kid, I always wanted to write an event. I wanted the Avengers and the X-Men to come together. It was like a battle of the gods because the Avengers have Thor and the X-Men had the Phoenix, and I wanted to see like an Asgardian Phoenix story. But then I ended up sort of getting that in the pages of Jason Aaron's Thor and then his Avengers. I'll be honest with you. This is just me being a freaking super nerd. When I was a kid, they started the concept of the 12. When I left comics and I knew that they had worked on the 12, Alan Davis came in and wrote it. And I'm like, I remember my friend who was still reading comics. I was like, okay, I'm not reading comics and I don't care, but who are the 12? And when he told me the 12 and he mentioned X-Man, I was like, what? X-Man is one of the 12. Are you kidding me? I need to come back to comics and become a writer and write the real 12. So maybe I would do that.
I need to.
Alan Davis would be like, you're going to do the real 12. And I'm like, you dang right. You're going to draw it, Alan Davis. Don't you write it.
Let's see. Let me go back up.
Thank you, Josh.
John's question. Who is the best significant other in DC Comics and why is it
Linda? Oh, Linda's such a good character, man.
The Flash's wife? Yes.
That's his anchor. I love that. I love the way he describes her.
Yeah. Oh, it's been years since I read that.
Happy birthday. Her birthday was just yesterday. So happy birthday, Emily. I need to talk to Maddie.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah, go
happy
ahead
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear FedEx. Happy birthday to you and many more. I hope you got comics for your birthday.
Or video games.
Let's see. Omar, it's nearly the end of every fifth. Have you watched The Proposal yet?
What?
What's The Proposal? Neil, thank you for the super chat.
It's an Amanda movie that she put as one of her favorite romantic or comedies. I'm like, what the heck is A Proposal? I've never heard of it.
Let me go. Wait. So, who's your best significant? Is your choice Linda as well? Do you agree with John?
Lois is there too.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Alfred.
Is Linda literally a TV anchor? Oh, Alfred, yeah.
Alfred's up there.
Oh, Bit Brigade's playing? Where? No, we've got plans.
Wait, where is that?
But
I can always cancel my plans.
we really like Bit Brigade.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome, FedEx.
Omar, were you about to say something about Maddie? Oh, I was wondering if you two had met up at MagFest since you're here.
Oh, wait. Okay, Michael likes Berserk, and he's saying The Proposal is low-key really good.
Are you serious? Are you messing with me?
I know you said low-key, and I know that means you're not lying, but are you sarcastic?
It's Tuesday,
no
3
idea.
p.m.
I don't know anything about
Good for you and Maddie. Let me get with Maddie on Old Reader, New Reader at an earlier time, okay? Bar, I'll see because I'm going to do 2 Old Reader, New Reader shows. I'm going to do one for X-Men because it's my birthday month and one for Poison Ivy. And I'll ask her what days are good to do early. Is there more Deadpool miniseries to a Minibus Volume 4? Well, there is enough ongoing because you have Kelly Thompson's run. You have Scotty Young's run. What was the other run? Alyssa Wong's run. And now we have Cody Sigler's run. So, yeah, there's enough material. And a couple miniseries in between.
Oh, excuse me. Who are your 12?
Oh no, that's a video.
Oh,
I can't go. I can't do. I mean, I could probably name them off the top of my head, but I remember writing it down.
If Marvel and DC ever made an Alfred Pennyworth versus Edwin Jarvis miniseries, who comes out on top?
Come on now, Pennyworth.
He was
you can't even kill the man.
He was in a war.
He was in a war. Jarvis is
Well, I don't know anything about
Jarvis,
but I know
single-handedly took down the Masters of Evil when they invaded the mansion. Well, that might be an over-exaggeration, but he was there.
All right. 2 votes for Alfred. What do you guys think of the chat?
You can do a poll. James showed me how to do a poll. Who's the better butler? No, that's wrong. Is butler?
What? No, he would.
Am I allowed to say butler?
Question? If they fought each other.
Or is that not politically correct? I can't keep up.
How do you do a poll?
I'll show you here in a little bit. You really want to do a poll?
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do it. You can't kill any DC characters. I'm actually being serious. It's pretty funny. Really? Okay. I saw The Proposal while I was deployed years ago. It was a nice movie. Good casting with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra. Are you guys messing with me? I don't know if I should trust Roberto and Michael so I can go and watch The Proposal. I'm not watching The Proposal. I don't care how good it is.
Omar has watched Saint Seiya in Peru, right?
What's that, baby?
Saint Seiya.
Oh, yeah. In Peru, but not like the Peruvians have gone crazy over Saint Seiya.
All right, so focus. Show me how to do a poll.
Okay, so what you do is you go here, and you have to do it through YouTube because you can't do it through StreamYard. Okay, and you start a poll, and then you ask a question. Who's a better butler, right? Who's a
No, who win it?
Okay, well, hurry up now. People are watching. The proposal's good.
Fine.
James Abel, butler poll. I single-handedly won the league. Oh, you're just putting Alfred, and and then you start the poll. So you all go and vote.
There we go.
And don't forget to smash that like button while you're polling. 273 people watching. Thank you all so much for being here every Saturday. 100% votes for, and then you can end the vote, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
What is Alfred is dude? Alfred's gonna win. There's no way. Like, okay, there's maybe like 3 Jarvis fans going.
Saturday morning fans saying Jarvis was a leader of the Masters of Evil. Wasn't
in one story?
Was a leader of?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, Circuit 42 saying The Proposal is hilarious. So, are you going to do a Dune 2 review next week? I don't think so.
It depends on when Amanda gets back from her work trip.
Oh, this is a good point. What upcoming Marvel Omni that you've announced thus far are you most excited for, and which one is the best for completists?
Well, the best for completists are things like Road to Onslaught, that is, or the Extinction Agenda Omnibus. Those are huge. Really, Eric? Okay, I trust Eric. Out of all the people, sorry, Circuit 42 and everybody else, I trust
Jarvis
Eric.
Omni Volume 1, let's go! Yeah, let's do a poll every Saturday.
We can do a poll every Saturday. Sure, that's
Did
fun.
you finish answering the question? I interrupted you.
About the proposal? What was the question?
I don't know what you were talking about.
I don't know what you were talking about. Wow.
I was reading. Bruce, thank you for the super chat. As someone who has married 34 years, it has always bothered me that some writers cannot figure out how to write some married couples in comics. Peter MJ is the biggest example. Oh, man, and Ultimate Spider-Man is good. It's good, Bruce.
Go get him, Tiger.
And then he told that to me.
I did.
On Friday morning.
She threw that to me this morning.
And it was really...
Instead of arguing with me. That's okay. I don't hold a grudge.
It was really encouraging. And you started the fight.
Whoa. Let's focus on the poll.
All right.
Proposal's cute. It has Betty White. Worth a while. Okay. I trust you all.
Tony Stark. Tony Stark's
literally who is Jarvis? The name sounds familiar. Is he or she in the MC? Thank you for the super chat, Bruce. I think that was the problem, right? Like when they put themselves,
there we go.
you hit
in poll. Mm-hmm. Alfred won! Huzzah!
We have 83 votes, and Alfred won. And if you go here, it'll tell you down at the bottom exactly how much he won for.
Oh, it posted it. Mm-hmm. Sweet. 83% Alfred Jarvis.
Yep. So 83% people voted for. You should. You should put another butler there.
That one now. Oh yeah. Neil, thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Did you ever hear back from Dynamite on why Thundercats wasn't being sold outside of the U.S.?
Give me 1 second. I actually did. Right. When I was on with you guys, I texted the owner of Dynamite, and I'm not dropping names. Right now, it's only in the UK and Ireland. We may look at other places later on. That's what he said. So that's why. So the UK and Ireland, also outside of the US, are getting Thundercats, but we'll look at places later on. It really depends on the distribution is what's happening.
Fine, Ari says. Pennyworth Omnibus Volume 1, let's go!
Oh my gosh. The Butler for Big O. I would have voted for that, dude.
Big O, Big O, Big O.
Jarvis is a spy in Agent Carter. Omar worried I would steer him wrong, and God knows how many crappy Omnis we bought and haven't wrapped up because of him. Hey, when have I steered you wrong? Jeffrey Butler is better than Jarvis.
Bart, thank you for the super sticker. Hardcover Melanie, my sweet and sugary orange flavored cake. Oh, that sounds good. What are you reading right now?
My friend Anthony, apparently, I love you, buddy. He just texted me, watch the proposal. It's funny. 2 words, Betty White. Anthony, why you text me? Like, is it that good that my friend had to, like...
Oh, man. That's funny.
Go ahead,
Let's see. This week I'm reading the Rat Queen's Omni, and I'm going to help Omar do an overview of it.
Mm-hmm.
And reading Reaper Man by Terry Pratchett, and One Piece, and Poison Ivy's in my craft room bar. So I genuinely just forgot that we have it to read. So I need to move it to a place where I'll see it and then start reading it. I'm taking a break from Lord of the Rings. I'm definitely not stopping. I'm just taking a break. And there's something, and then all the floppies I bought, like Spider-Man and Edge of Spider-Verse. There's a couple of stories in Edge of Spider-Verse I liked.
Was it really that good, the proposal? Do not give Amanda any ideas.
And let me give you a heads up if you haven't read Rat Queens, and this isn't a spoiler. It's just when you get to the, like, is it the fourth?
The fourth story arc, yeah.
Yeah, it restarts. Because I was confused and I just flipped through. I'm like, okay, this has to be a dream. I don't understand. Like, I just genuinely don't understand what's going on. I flip it through. No, they do kind of like a reboot. So, it's the same characters and their personalities, but it's like, let's restructure the story. So just to give you a heads up for that.
It was a weird decision, that's for sure. Especially in the middle of a story.
So, I mean, I'm still going to keep reading it, but I love the characters. But I was like, wait, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's put up a poll of whether Omar watches the proposal.
Hey, I got a better idea. Let's not.
You all showed me polls. I'm gonna start putting in all these polls. No, you
won't
let me. He's a party pooper. Don't put in another poll. Blah blah blah. And you're welcome.
Well, you are hyper on that coffee.
I don't want to say. I guess because I don't
think it ruins the flow of the story. I think it's a weird reboot at a weird time.
Yeah. So I don't want to I don't know what I'm trying to say. The Chosen One, thank you for your super chat. The award-winning storyline, the 12, having the X-Man being one of the 12, made perfect sense since the prophecy couldn't be fulfilled until he came out into the...
Oh, no!
Came into the 616
Come at me!
Come at me!
No, it doesn't make any sense!
Wonder Woman was coming at you.
Because Louise, Wheezy, and Claremont knew who the 12 were supposed to be. A Man Out of Time, it could have been Cable, I guess. Oh my god, don't get me started on the freaking living monolith replacing Havoc because he was elsewhere because of Mutant X, I think, right? All right, you did bring up a good point. If I reread it, I don't know if I still like that story.
People watch it, review it.
Really? What
do it for your birthday month.
I'm not doing it for my birthday month.
Newsbury Channel said, what's it like having to share or lose an hour on your birthday every year? Well, not specifically your birthday day.
Oh, because of
like,
the...
Yeah.
You get used to it.
X-Man was the 13th. He was part of the 12. How are you
doing? Oh, yeah. I think you're right, brother. You're right. He wasn't. Still stupid.
LOL. You're welcome.
It's still stupid.
What was the first Omni each of you read? Oh.
Uncanny One.
What was mine?
I can tell you Lydia's.
Was Spider-Man.
Lydia's was Miss Marvel, which is why she chose the name Miss Lydia. Mine was Uncanny One. Yours was Ultimate Spider-Man because I bought you the Barnes & Noble Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1. And so I do remember yours. Yeah.
Aww.
Sorry I answered your question.
No, I was going to say to answer because I don't remember.
Go to March School.
13th.
Who fell from the sky? What? Who quoted that? Apocalypse? Ridiculous. Obviously, I did not like the 12 storyline. How was the Wolverine run by Guggenheim with Chaykin on artwork? Better than Way or Larson, or is it blah? Guggenheim made Wolverine ridiculously overpowered. I wasn't a fan of what he did.
I don't like that name.
Ultimate
It
Melee.
sounds too like full of yourself. I'll just be astonishing.
Yes,
Look
like
at
the,
that be a good poll.
like the final
Mom
Bruce
Pop
Wayne.
Kid versus Ben and May Parker. Who's gonna win? I think Mom
At
Pop
what?
Kid. Wait.
Dancing?
Yeah.
Karaoke?
Mom and Paul live on a farm. They're gonna win. Final answer.
Well,
Any heads up on Marvel and DC doing new crossovers in the future?
I don't know. Really, I swear I don't know. That's a DC book, and I don't know if they'll have any collabs anymore. There won't be an announcement on Patreon tonight because you could probably guess why. It has to go straight to YouTube.
Gotcha.
In the morning.
Everyone remembers the Wolverine skeleton during Civil War.
Awful.
How did he make Wolverine overpowered? How big were the claws?
No,
How long were the mutton chops?
I don't want to say what happens. It was so stupid. It made me, as a Wolverine fan, it made me upset. Like, no, we can't have him this powerful. There has to be limitations. It was a weird move.
Planet Hulk Omni has more content than the hardcover release?
Yes, the hardcover only has the event.
Ben and May were hot back in the day, so that's an advantage.
According to Trouble.
No, they live on a farm. That's the advantage.
Oh, yeah. They're farm strong.
Why is it FedEx yelling G.I. Joe?
Well, because of the announcement tomorrow. No, it's not G.I. Joe. But you've already seen the rumors of G.I. Joe.
Can we get more Patreon only vids? Love the Loot Crate one. Oh man, that one pissed me off so much.
Whoa! P-word, man. What are you doing? It's a Saturday stream.
Angry.
We were bamboozled by Loot Crate. They never talked to us again.
And the only reason it's not like I'm offended. It's just because I was really looking forward to Berserk. It's not like I feel like I was owed or that I deserve. No, I wanted Berserk.
That was a funny one.
It's all selfish.
Maybe we'll do something else on Patreon like that. That was fun. It's back when you had a lot more time to spend.
I did, yeah. I was just thinking, I can't remember it was the last video One Piece where I was like in front of the camera myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, what, in the fall? Yeah. Now that I went back to teaching public school, like I put a lot of effort and time into that.
Marvel versus DC, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, and MJ. Can you click on his
there
versus Selena Kyle, Jackpot. Okay, wait. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, and MJ versus Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul. I'd rather have, instead of MJ, a Black Cat versus Selena Kyle, and then Talia al Ghul. Ooh, I like that.
It's just not polite language.
Yeah.
It's just
Wouldn't say that to a kid. You really piss me off. Well, you want to.
That's it. Deadpool, because he's my favorite. Deadpool versus Deathstroke.
I mean, realistically, Deathstroke would own him. This is a guy.
Wait, really?
Oh
really?
Yeah, Deathstroke would own Deadpool.
But Deadpool can't die.
Okay, Mark Guggenheim and Wolverine.
But no, that's his whole stupid thing.
Deathstroke, final answer.
Like, genuine, just logically, shouldn't it be Deadpool? I don't know that much about Deathstroke, but I'm just saying, like,
Deathstroke's a better technician.
He gets
tactician, not technician.
Yeah,
tactician. He's been in more war.
Wait, who am I thinking of? Who's the guy that studies your moves and copies them, or what? Something war.
That Taskmaster.
Taskmaster. He did fight Taskmaster. Okay, just saying. Anyone.
Okay.
So I picked Deadpool because of that.
We'll do a poll next week. Marvel versus DC. We'll let the Mexican Spider-Gwen versus Power Girl. Oh Lord.
Won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
Melanie, are any of your students in the comics?
Yeah, a couple.
She does.
And I do have graphic novels in my
does.
classroom. Yeah, and it makes me feel good when I take them to the library and they check out like manga and comics and such. And because it was really sweet, David Gabriel donated books to some comics for my school library, so they could check them out.
He's a good guy. Top heavy or bottom heavy? That's right, baby.
Deadpool is a ripoff of Deathstroke. Enough said. It's called a Deadpool.
The Deadpool. Oh, I like that.
Surprise.
Everybody wins in the Mexican Gwen Stacy versus Power Girl. Everybody.
You know, I need to push my comics again. What I found was that nobody was like last year, like nobody was even looking at the bookshelf. So like I was like, hey kid, just let you know this book, blah blah blah. Hey, if you want to borrow it from me. So thank you. I need to do that again. That's
just force them. Say, look, you
as
want
a
an extra
teacher,
credit,
like,
you go
there's
read.
things, and then you do, and then you just forget because it's a whole school year. You can't keep doing the same stuff and keep track of it and blah blah blah.
Can you go to the Michael's question?
Why do you think it's 1:00? Why do you think Last Avengers story isn't in Marvel the End Omni?
I think because it wasn't branded as Marvel the End. They started that around the time that Jim Starlin came back. So they had those one-shots and miniseries called The End. I would love it. Oh my God, does that need to be in a collection? I may actually, out of my own selfish heart, I may actually push for that to be added to the End Omnibus. If you haven't read it, it is Peter David's take on the final Avengers story. Oh, it's so underrated. It is so good. Olivetti does the painted artwork in it. Oh my gosh, just the beginning is so good. The narration, I love it. It's hokey as heck. I don't care. It's heroes. What is it? Villains hide. It's like this whole little thing that he's writing. And then in the second page, you see this big explosion, and it says, villains hide, heroes don't. Villains won, heroes 0. And you see like the explosion. I was like, oh my God, that's how you're going to kick off this storyline. That is so awesome. So a lot of the characters, a lot of the heroes died at the very beginning of the story. Hence the title, The Last Avengers.
John, thank you for the super chat.
No,
Skelly Man Wolverine is the best Wolverine.
No, awful. Why would they make him as powerful as Cell from Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z. Hi, Untitled Fishy. So, it is 1:02. How many more questions?
Let's take 5 more questions. I love these guys. Omar, has any publisher reached out for advice? Cheers from Brazil. Thank you, Leonardo. Yeah, I've had a few. It was really, really nice to sit down in some discussions about upcoming types of collections. Some indie, or I'm sorry, some people that have Kickstarted books have asked me for advice too, which was really nice. And not just like collected editions, but also manga. So it's been really cool, man. Thank you. Harry 20 on the High Rock. Early Alan Davis art. Nice. Jerry Finley Day writing. And he rarely hits for me. Another great Saturday, chat. Everyone have a great weekend. It's Normal Man Comic Funny. I've only read some of it, but it is already sold out at distribution if you're interested in picking it up, by the way.
What's your opinion on Mike Mignola's work? I
love it,
that type of art style, but I'm not. Wait, what am I trying? I can't think words. I'm not drawn to it.
You're not drawn to it, really?
No, I think it's good, and I'm surprised. That's what I'm trying to process. I'm surprised that I'm not a bigger fan because I love hard lines and simplicity and contrast, but I'm like, I think it's good. I'm just not like, oh man, like that. It doesn't make me want to go read it. Does that make sense?
To me, I like the eeriness of it that just draws me in. I'm like, why is that character so much in the shadows? When I was a kid, I would look at covers like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love art like that. Will we get an Rahul, a man of
Appleseed
good
Deluxe
taste?
Edition?
I would love that. Yeah, everybody wants Ghost in the Shell. Masumishiro for me is Appleseed. Orion, I would love Orion. Have a great weekend, Omar. Melanie. Mignola Aliens miniseries was awesome. I agree. Bar's telling the truth.
Oh, that would be cool.
What did Bar say?
His art would look really good on that. I don't know.
What is Bar saying that she's telling the truth? Go. She's waiting. Okay, waiting.
You don't need to lie, Omar. You don't like Josh. He's editing for you to.
He's eating for you to die.
Waiting for you to die so he can get your Conan books. We got it figured out.
Oh, we figured it out together. Bar, come on now. Josh isn't wishing death upon anybody. Don't feed Rahul, who's already had enough of it. What am I? Bar, what are you talking
about? How many deluxes do you know about?
Deluxes?
Mm-hmm. I think he's many from Dark Horse.
Oh, I don't. I swear, nope. I can't say anything. I can't say anything until they ever want me to announce things. That's all. I did enjoy Friends of Eastern Front from Finley Day. That wrapped up before its outstayed its welcome.
Sorry.
Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm going to go see if I can find that mythical near mint condition Patreon I've only heard about in rhymes and riddles. Oh, thank you. What in the Hooked on Phonics is Bar? Are you
I
drunk?
don't understand what you're saying.
I hope she's not. I hope you're not unhealthy and not having a stroke or something.
Thank you to all our Patreons. It's the reason why this can be Omar's job and put out as much content as he does. Thank you so much for your support. Please consider checking out any of the tiers to see if any of them have rewards that you'd be interested in. The tiers start at $1. $5 tier is the Discord, and there's tons more. There's Name at the End of Credits and Book Club and Ask Me Anything and
early access to videos.
Yes. There's lots.
One-on-ones.
Go check it out.
And have a lot of fun with you all. And Bar has been busy organizing her bag because that's organizing your bag takes a lot of your brain power.
Stay minty, everyone.
Thank you all so much. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow live. Don't forget to come back here at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me and Crushing Crisis talking about all the Marvel announcements. And if you want books at it, please come ready. Have a wonderful Saturday night.
Stay minty.